Hello, everybody. I hope you're doing well. Hope things are going well. Happy Wednesday. We've made it here. Wow, this game is a little loud. And there's no way to adjust the volume. You hate to see it. But hi, everybody. Welcome to Abzu. Abzu? Abzu? I've been wanting to play this because it's like Journey-esque in terms of it, but underwater. And I've never played Journey, but it always looked like it was a beautiful game. And I have this one. Mostly because I didn't really have a lot of PlayStations before, so Journey was harder to get. But yeah, let's do this. New game. I'm gonna have to watch the sound though, because I don't know if for you guys, this game's incredibly loud. Oh yeah, we're gonna turn that down just a wee bit. I love this already. 100% love this. I love the ocean. I used to go scuba diving. It was a ton of fun. I would need to get recertified though if I did it again. I'd have to do some classes. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's pretty loud. Oh, look at my little dude. Okay, we're gonna... I don't know. It seems to be okay. It's hard to tell with this game. All I can think of is Subnautica. Press dive. Press to dive. Press what? Oh, there we go. Right trigger. That was not highlighted well. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna turn it down just a wee bit, because I'm noticing it, I'm peaking. Alright. There we go. Hello, whoa, those are very skinny fishies. Well, they're angelfish. They're very flat angelfish, but they're angelfish nonetheless. This is cool. It's a weird thing. When you scuba dive, fish just kind of ignore you. You're just kind of there and they're like, sup? Look at that big dude. Yeah, if you get close enough, though, they do get antsy. Please don't eat me. I can ride him. Hell yeah. Okay, fish don't let you do this. I went back and watched the rest of 12-minute stream from the other day. My question, what the hell, MK? What on earth did you play? It was Groundhog Day, murder mystery. Very weird twist at the end. Ooh. That was fun. But the story was strange. Yeah, it was. Strange story, like... Part of it about the memory loss, amnesia, that's where it got weird. In terms of like, okay, but why? Like, I mean, yeah, he murdered his dad. Whoop, spoilers. Shoot. Should have said that, my bad. We're talking about a game. Oh, I can make him... And like, yeah, very strange little group of stories, and I kind of spoiled a little bit of it. But like, memory loss, I mean, it's a traumatic event and stuff, but yeah, very different way to tell a story, and like, I had fun with it. Not gonna lie, I had a blast with it. Like, I just don't know if it's everybody. Isn't the bald cop guy the father? Was the dude in the bookcase room then? See, that was the problem. That was the weird part. They could have been twins, though. Like, that's the part they don't really go into at all. But also, you know, why didn't the wife recognize him? Stuff like that. There were a couple things that it's like, But, like, that's the problem when you do time travel games, is... Yeah, you make paradoxes on accident. And those stories are hard, because there's a lot of moving details. So, like, gotta give them credit. Unique take. Oh, It's another little robo. This is cool. I like the little urchin that's like moving across the ground. Again, just really pretty visuals in this game. Oh, don't break the coral. That's not right. I mean, I understand I gotta move on, but like, that's not right, game. Don't do that. Coral's already in enough danger. We don't need to be wrecking it. You know, this Subnautica DLC looks pretty darn tight. I still need to finish Below Zero. Like, I had fun with it, but I kind of caught up to where the content is. I need to go through that game fully again. Ooh, it's a shark. Oh, goodbye. It's kind of what happens. They don't really want to munch you. They just kind of, like, go away. Mostly because they're like, other big predator. Ooh, look at all the eels. God, I'm nerding out over all the fish, and I love it. Again, very Subnautica feel, but, like, a lot of just, like, how it feels to scuba dive. I mean, you don't have this much air, obviously, but... they made a very pretty game. Yeah, I'll have to check out Below Zero again, because I had way too much fun with the original Subnautica. And I really need to just give Below Zero another, like, now that it's... because I think it's fully released at this point. Oh, yeah, it gets dark quick. Ooh. What are you? Well, the fish definitely didn't build this. What? Whoa. Okay, you gotta admit, that's pretty cool looking. Also that I'm, like, swimming above the water. Kind of weird. Take me away! Oh wait, I left my robo dudes. Ooh. Wait, did this drain? Whoa, that is trippy looking. Because, like, I swam into here, and then it changed with all the life and everything once I activated the portal. I'm down for this. Also, look at those rays. I want to ride one, just for funsies. The manta ray. God, that's cool. Again, you can't do that in real life. But I'm glad they made that. Alrighty. Ooh, what do we got in the ruins? Ooh, jellyfish! Okay, so people took their goods and seemed to take it off away. Whales, some stuff like that. Alright, alright. Ooh. I didn't get the camera right on this. Also, isn't it strange, like, cool how far we've got? Not strange, but, like, cool how far we've gotten with games. Like, this is just a visual experience with music. Little buddy! That could have been you. Oh, my poor robot friend. Okay, that one's bigger than me. That's definitely the apex predator in this water. Alright, goodbye, little buddy. I can't believe they had a shark munch my dude. I'm a little upset by that. I liked my robot friends. Ooh, are these? Is this a current? Again, like, fun visual novels. Like, I remember growing up on PC and stuff like that, you could only kind of dream of this stuff. I've got the school! The fact that, like, this is just here, and it's a thing. God, imagine, like, them trying to make this, like, on the N64 or the PlayStation 1. Wouldn't have been good. But this looks amazing. Ooh, dolphins! Also, the music is awesome. I wish more games used orchestras. Like Zelda does, there's a bunch of games that do, don't get me wrong. It's not that it's like a dying thing. Like, God, can it be so cool. You can get a lot of emotion. And it's adorable. Thank you. I don't know why these fish glow and do stuff, but we're grabbing them all. For funsies. Wait, don't leave me, dolphins! Ooh, nice. Look at his jellyfish. And again, very cool little visual. Ooh, hi, shark friend. Still haven't forgiven him for eating my robot buddy. Oh my god. Look at all the colors they get with this. It's so pretty. I like it. I like pretty games. That's just a me thing. So honestly, like, I play Genshin in the side and Sea of Thieves. Both are very beautiful visual games. Is that a shark man? Shark dog. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Whee! It says view button to meditate, but... There we go. Parrotfish. This is kind of cool. Hey, look, it's Dory. Oh, those are butterfly fish? I thought they were angelfish. My bad. Alright. Can I grab a dolphin? Wait, come back, friend! Whee! Oh, okay. They're not going where I want to go, but still entertaining. Oh, I don't like the little sand critters. That's disturbing. Not a fan of that. There's a lot of stuff in the ocean that's cool. There's a lot of creepy shit in the ocean, too. And not in a bad, creepy way. It's just how that evolved, but still. You look at it and you're like, oh. A decision was made here in your evolutionary tract. Is that tuna? And turtles! Turtle! Ah, I can't grab them. Very dramatic music for this. Just kind of like going through a, Ooh, I want the shell. Mine! I don't know what these things do, but I'm doing it. You can't stop me, game. Ooh, orcas! Oh, I missed one of them. I was distracted by the orcas. And the swordfish, damn. And the hammerhead sharks? Okay, the wildlife's getting a wee bit bigger, guys. It's just amping up in size very quickly. And I keep missing stuff because I'm looking at other things. I gotta pay attention. Whoa. Oh, missed that one. Oh, those are hard to hit. Hey, we're Free Willy. Pull to Free Willy. Okay, kind of cool. But it got incredibly dark very quickly. Oh, okay, we're in another portal. That's why. Okay, so it's kind of like just going through different areas, checking it out, looking at fun visuals. My robot friend back? Hey, welcome back. You made it, buddy. It's just like a movie, though, honestly. With a little bit of player interaction. Is that the second one? Oh, wait a minute. Are those the shells I caught? Because there's two of them. Well, Omni dudes. Or I forget what they're called. The Pokemon's Omnanite, but that's not their actual name. But it's similar. And I cannot for the life of me remember what they are called. Okay, so it looks like there are 4 different like, temples, towers that I gotta interact with. And bring back the ocean. Very cool. Again, it's weird how water, like, fills up from below, but I guess it's, like, from the other world. It's strange, and I love it. Also, just look how cool that looks. Which they made a good choice with the color palette, because the weird thing about diving is colors lose gradient as you go. Things get darker and darker and blue and black and stuff like that. And like the pinks and stuff like that tend to disappear right at the surface. So the fact that they put everything like this close to the surface makes sense. But I'm curious if there's going to be a point. And like things can also be pink down below, but you're just not getting enough light to notice the color. Usually. Well, natural light. Oh, look. They worship the giant shark in the ocean. Can I take these? No, I cannot. Thought maybe I could steal those shells, and the answer is no. Oh, that looks cool. Also, yeah, if you're just a fan of, like, underwater stuff, this is fascinating. I'm going through, though! Ooh, whales! I'm just, like, so excited. I'm, like, looking at all... I'm just excited about the animals, let's be honest. Come on. You. This is a great chill game. Yeah, I've always wanted to, like, play it. That and Journey, but, like, I picked this up because I didn't really have PlayStation. We were a more Xbox and a Nintendo household, and then we branched into, like, Xbox. Well, I did, and my brother branched into PlayStation. So we had them all, but we split them. And when Journey kind of came, I stayed with Xbox just because I had achievements and stuff like that, so... kind of, I stuck with that, and then he kept with the PlayStation, but... I'm glad I'm getting to play this now, because this has been on my list for a while, and it's very pretty. It's just, kind of reminds me of, like, Fantasia. Like, not quite a movie with a plot, but has, like, very nice visuals. And there is a plot in Fantasia, but it just kind of, like, rolls in terms of fun little visuals and things to look at and stuff like that. And Tay, good to see you. How you doing? It is very Fantasia feeling. Yeah. And you know what? It's cool that we can make these sort of games now. Like, this is definitely, like, not everybody's cup of tea. Yes, 100%. There are people that will find this game incredibly boring. Back at work and exhausted, but that's normal enough. Yeah, I get that. Coming back's never easy. But hopefully some fun visuals and some good music in the background is just what the doctor ordered. Maybe. You never know. Also, weird, like, that there's, like, this whole underwater civilization that's kind of, like, sunken. And very high-tech civilization. Ooh, look how yellow it is. Each area has definitely kind of had its own sort of feel with it. I love it. And they're very, like, shark worshipy. But I guess these are morays. This is more moray eel than shark. Based off the statue heads. Except for... these fish, I love them. They're big, but they're also very stupid. What happens if we interact with this? What's it do? Ah! There we go. Ooh! Is that a manatee? Love the spirit well area. Yeah, that's cool. That's a unique looking area. Again, they've done a lot of cool, good looking stuff with this. Like, and there's a lot to just like look around and see. All the biomes are pretty cool. Yeah, well, they keep the fish unique and stuff like that. I was not expecting my robot friend to get munched by a shark, though. Highly upsetting. Is that an octopus? Have you found a meditation spot? I found a few. I like them. Sup, buddy? Oh, he's going back. Sorry. Sorry. Did not mean to disturb. Howdy. Hey, Meta. How's it going, man? Good to see you. Bring down this wall! How are things, Meta? And enemies! Just woke up and immediately jump on some fighters with Zero. Nice! You get in some games? He decimated my hit one game. It was so sad. He just murdered him. Anything I tried to put down, he just said no. Yeah, I got in a couple, got throttled pretty hard for the most part. Well, he's been warmed up pretty well at this point, and if you jumped in, haven't been practicing as much. Yeah, well, and also you were like waking up and just kind of like getting the adrenaline going and getting your mind in that headspace, and he's been going for like 2 hours. He's warmed up. The man is ready. He is the machine. True. Hey, Zero! Thank you for the host, man. I appreciate the games earlier. Ooh, is that a meditation spot? We're totally going there. Did manage to take 2 characters, so it's the little victories. Hell yeah, man. You get those characters, Meta. You show them you give them the 1-2. Yeah, let's meditate. And Zero, how are the rest of the matches? What are these ones called? Because they're really done. The sunfish. There's a video of like a sunfish literally getting chunks taken out of it, and it's just sitting there like it doesn't care. Still alive. Good. Nice to get some new folks in. Yeah, it was good to get some new matches in and everything. I had a blast. I always have a lot of fun facing you. Especially when we get to, the punching and you just kind of take a character without me able to do anything. Ooh, what's down here? Ooh. Likewise. Though I was proud, I got to bust out some of the new stuff I've been working on. There were a couple things that I was proud of, but man, sometimes you still just take me, I'm like, yeah, I'm doing good, and then it's like you show me that how wrong I was and how much how incorrect my thought was. I'm still not used to the camera because I think it's inverted. Yeah, it is. No way, dude. I was sweating, no question. Still my favorite thing, though. I love Jiren as my anchor. He's my favorite character as an anchor because he's just so intimidating. You can just grab people and, like... I love that his heavy is a grab. It's so stupid, but I love it. Highly ineffective. Okay. That bell player is giving it his all. A little 1-2. I like the bridges, but I don't know how those would naturally form. Gotta be a current or something. God, this game is so pretty. I love pretty games. I'm sorry. I know I've said that before, but I am a nerd for good visuals. Hi, Mr. Sharkman. Please don't eat my other robot friend. Oh, okay, goodbye. Is this a meditation spot? It is not. Again, can you imagine, like, this game or this style of game coming out on, like, the N64 or PlayStation 1? Because this is just, like, a visual... Like, I'm not really doing much. I'm holding the trigger and my character's going and I'm moving the camera around to look. But this essentially is, like, Fantasia. And I know I've said that before, but... It just blows my mind when I play something like this, when I think back to what I used to play as a kid, and that this is where we're at now. And it's just amazing to me, like, how far we come. Totally, dude. Yeah. And, like, I remember our brains as kids, and it was how low graphics worked, is that your brain puts in things. Like, it would auto-mold things for you, because that was what your brain was telling you, like, oh, well, this doesn't look right, so we're going to shift it so it in your head it looks better. But now when you go back, now that your brain has gotten, like, the image of, like, no, this is what better looks like. You go back to the older stuff and it looks so much more crude because of that. It's weird. It's weird how people's brain, like how your brain will trick you. Oh, whale sharks. Strong example for you. Streets of Rage 2. Yeah, no, that one is a good one. GTA 3, the original GTA 3. Like, that one, my brain definitely did some shifting. Thought for years it was a cake, it's an apple. Yeah. Yeah, early 3D games did not age great. I'm gonna ride you. Don't ever attempt this in real life. The small health. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a vantage point. Oh. Wow. Do you know what that got flagged as, Meta? You got flagged for bullying. For fucking ugly. For writing that, it flagged you as bullying. That's hilarious. I hate it here. I feel bullied. Sorry, Meta. Gotta go, man. Yeah, see. Anyways, Final Fantasy VII. Oh, yeah. No. But that's why I'm glad they're getting remade. Like, because they're good games. Like, the Final Fantasy VII Remake, I think it's awesome that they're redoing that. And, like, I've heard rumors that they're redoing GTA, like, 3 San Andreas and Vice City, and I'd be down for a remake of those. Like, I don't need 5 remade, I don't need 4 remade. Remake the older ones, make those ones pretty. Look at FF9. FF9 did good. But again, a different style. It's the same way that Mario 64 still holds up slightly. Why? Because it went cartoony. That's why Banjo-Kazooie still holds up still. Why? It's cartoony. Realism with the 64 did nothing. Nothing well. Early 3D for realism was not the way to go. But it's how it goes. Like, things had to be, you know, work their way through. Whoa. Okay, that's like the core sending up water that then they collected animals. Kind of hard to tell what they're doing. Then they pour the water back into the Great River, which gives more fish, which then they built towers with the water. I don't quite know. GoldenEye was phenomenal. I can't look at Mario 64 without wanting to spit. Fair. GoldenEye was a phenomenal game at the time. I tried to play it again. It was so very disappointed. Well, and you can't go back. Because it is a different game than what we remember. And things have changed. For the better. Like, I think they've changed for the better, honestly. But that's just the evolution of, like, we've gotten better controls. We've gotten better interactions. We've gotten things to look better. We've gotten things to interact differently. I mean, hell, turning around in that game sucked. Everybody moved like a boat. Anything cool on the walls? Okay, yeah, so like the cores spewed forth water. They did. Yeah, no, it's just... Anyway, off to bed with you. Alright, man, have a good one. Thank you again for the games. They were a ton of fun. Thank you for the host. And you fine people here are not following Zero. You need to. True gentleman and scholar. Oh, God, those are still loud. Thank you for the bits, my friend. Have a great stream. I will. And I love that animated emote. That is adorable. Remember the time I walked forward and looking left and right was the same control stick? Do you remember the C-pad for cameras? Like, on the 64, having to use the C-pad to, like, look around? Or games like Turok, that the C-pad was how you moved and the joystick was how you looked around? Oh, it was awful. Oh, dark days indeed. I'm glad we figured out the 2 joystick thing. Alright, what do we got? Hey, yeah, Mores. Remora. I've seen a lot of these. Seen those guys. Okay, do not see those sharks, though. Those are a lot rarer. What is that? A Colin Cath? I've never seen that. Alright, that's just a Remora. Kind of like a Pokemon. What demon designed the N64 controller anyways? I don't know. I think it was a person with 3 hands. Because, like, no one has that many hands, Nintendo. Who designs a controller with 3? No one has 3 hands. Well, I don't think you're supposed to use that one as... I don't think it works that way, though. I think your gameplay would, in fact, suffer. Just saying. But, yeah, Nintendo has no conventional controller. There's a meme out there that it's like Xbox and its evolution. Because you remember the old fatty Xbox controllers? Like, pretty gross. Not the best. And then they, like, slimmed down and now you have the Xbox One. And then PlayStation has been tradition. Because pretty much they're all the same. The 5 has changed a little bit. But, for the most part, pretty much the same. And then Nintendo is just cocaine! Because first they had a traditional one. Then they added 4 buttons. Then they added a 3rd holding spot in the Z button for some reason. Then they went to a semi-normal controller. Then they went to the Wii, which was just like a stick and a disconnected joystick. And then they went to a gamepad, and now they're with the Switch. Yeah. Nintendo just is like, hey, we see that you want to play games like everybody else. What if we didn't? What if we just didn't play games like everyone else? What if we just did it our own way? And gotta give them credit for that. Like, they are innovating. They're not afraid to fail. Like, they will try something, even if it won't work. Like, even if they're like, you know what? We want to give it a shot. 13 hours for the new Pokemon TCG set to drop. Ooh. Gotta get those Pokemans. I am excited. Nice. Ooh, and enemies. I love doing this. Bloop. I just say, they got a lot of the wildlife interactions correct in terms of, like, what happens when you get stuff. And I also just noticed you kick up sand, which you totally do if you're like diving or using flippers. If you get too close to the ground, you'll kick up a ton of sand. Ooh, hi. Hi, buddy. Oh, look at you. You got the little baby one. Let me ride you. Oh, this is cool. Eat those fish! Get them! Whoa! Hi, buddy. How you doing? Thank you for not eating me. I appreciate that. I may have confused this game with Subnautica. Nah, this is Fantasia. This is fun. Subnautica is the one where you gotta watch out for things to munch. That was cool. I didn't have to do much. I just got to watch cool whales like come up and float close to me. All right. Wait, this isn't Maneater? Oh, that's not good. I'm gonna go around that. Things beeping are not usually good. Especially when it beeps when you get closer to it. That's not healthy. Alright, what do we got going on here? The Humboldt squid. The very humble squid. I know it's Humboldt, but still. Ugh. Creepy. Alright, we're just getting a lot of squids. A lot of bones over here. I want to swim through these ones. Also, it's really weird because the music has pretty much disappeared. I don't like that beeping. Oh, that's a lot of beepers. Ow! I regret my decisions. Okay, good. Owie. I don't know if I can die in this game, but if I can, God, that would have put me close to it. Also, electricity underwater, not a good combo. You hate to see it. Uh-oh. I need to get in there. Oh. Considering Abzu is underwater journey, you can't die, you just lose some of your flipper. It looks like, yeah, just a wee bit of my flipper. Maybe it just makes me slower. Oh, I forgot I have a dash. Oh, hey. Hey! I didn't open that for you. Ah, who needed all that flipper? I still need to play Journey. I haven't. Oh. Someone's setting off the bombs. I think I know who it is. Oh. Shark friend. Think it's the better of the two? I've heard that. I still wanted to play this because I love underwater. Here, buddy, don't shock my ass. Oh, I just styled on him for no reason. I got you! There you go, friend. Don't eat me. Thank you, Shark Man. Bye. I still haven't forgiven you for eating my robot. Ooh, it's one of these shells. Ba-doop. Which, I've probably missed a bunch of those, but I do think it's kind of cool how they show up in, like, the in-between area. Oh, big ol' whales. Hey, buddy. Maybe I should follow them. There's a giant squid down there. Let's go say hi. What are they gonna do? Eat me? Hey, buddy. It kind of reminds me of The Abyss right now. I don't know if any of you guys watched that movie. Fascinating movie. Was really well done. Which surprises me is that we don't really do a lot of movies about the ocean and underwater stuff. Which is weird because we have not explored most of our oceans. It's just too deep. We can't get down there. And like, there is plenty of opportunity for underwater movies. There was a stint of them in the 90s, and then it went into space. And we just haven't turned back, really. But there is a lot of stuff underwater that we don't know about. Yeah, look at all the little dudes I got now. They're multiplying. Alright. That was the first, second, third, and now we're in the fourth area. I will say, whoever designed this music, whoever like came up with the music for this game, well, hats off to you. And it's, sometimes I wonder, like, did they approach the composer and be like, here is what you will be playing the music to. Make me a song. Like, I'm always curious about, like, how they did that. Because sometimes, like, they, like, give very specific direction to their composers and be like, okay, we want you to do this. We need this feeling. We need this thing. But sometimes they just kind of, like, set a mood. It should be jovial. It should be X mood. And they're like, cool, I'm on it. So I'm always curious, like, how did they pick the musical direction? Especially for something like this, where music and sound is a big part of the game. And I'm talking right over it. Go me. Ah. I love the giant squids. Creepy as all hell. Love it. What do we got hidden in here? Oh, that's not good. Oh, hey, it's my shark buddy. Okay, this is pretty cool. Honestly, this kind of looks like Destiny. What was that? The Hive Mind? Grave Mind? No, Grave Mind was Halo. War Mind, War Machine. Whatever the dude is on Mars. Confusion would kill me. Rasputin. War Mind, thank you. Thank God Confusion's not here. He would be so disappointed in me. Oh, this is cool. This is like wreck diving. Wreck diving's fun, but scary. Because, like, there's just not a lot of room to maneuver. And, like, you can maneuver easier because you have the ability to, like, rotate and turn, but, oh, it is creepy. Because, especially if you're claustrophobic, it's not a good time. My Warframe clan built Rasputin in our dojo, can just hang out and do trades there. I need to get back into Warframe. I had fun with it, and then I kind of just fell off the bandwagon of it. I think WoW or something came out, like one of the WoW expansions. Something came out that just ate all my time, but Bear got me into it, and I had fun with it. I had a good time with it. I just haven't picked it up in a while. And I think it's because I uninstalled it when I, like... Which I have 2 hard drives I have to install and, like, get there. And, like, if games are on my computer, I'm more likely to play them. But some games these days are, oh my god, they're so frickin' big. It's unnecessary. Especially for, like, multiplayer games. Sometimes they're, like, 200 gigabytes for a multiplayer game. That's huge. Whoa. It's me. Guys, why don't I have a skull? Anyone else notice that? Yeah, COD is insane. Yeah. Well, it's to the point that it's like, I would rather have that, not play that game. Just because it takes up too much room that I can't play other games. And COD is not that important to my life. Be super down to play some Warframe one of these days, and you still play it often. Yeah, maybe that will be my reward for installing my hard drives and stuff like that. I'll get back into Warframe. Oh shit. This just seems like a bad time, guys. Uh-oh. Oh, I regret life. Oh, my fins are gone. Oh, they're back. Okay, the vibe of this game changed very quickly, guys. I thought we were on a relaxing sea journey. Ah, shit. Ow! Yeah, I think my one, like, live service game I always go back to is Sea of Thieves. But that's just, I'm a rare fanboy, I'm not gonna lie. Plus, it's so relaxing. I have not found another game that has that level of relaxation in play with with spurts of activity. Don't hurt my shark. Shark bud! Oh, I'm not doing well either. Oh. That kind of burned off all my skin. Out of curiosity, what frames do you guys play? Ow. I didn't even get a chance to dodge that. I just got murked because a shark decided to kamikaze the ship. Oh yeah, that's not right. I require medical assistance. Mid-range, max duration, limbo. Nice. Yeah, I think I was doing Rhino. It's been a while. Oh, shark friend. Oh, I'm coming, buddy. Maybe he just doesn't like electronics. Oh, buddy. Hey, it's okay, buddy. I'm here. Mix up frames of a lot based on concept. Whis, Oberon, Nova, Valkyr are among your favorites. Solid. Yeah, I got to the... God, I'm trying to remember where I got to in the game. Because I kind of hit a wall. And, like, had a lot of grinding to do. But again, I think I just got distracted by the next newest hype thing that came out that everybody was jumping on for a little bit. I realized we started to do that a lot. We started to, like, hype jump. We'd go from one to another game and just kind of, like, jump game to game. But we'd never go back. And I'm one of those people that likes going back to games. Oh, this is beautiful. I love this. She's Newish, came out 2019. Nice. When they added, like, the whole, like, hoverboard... Did they add, like, a hoverboard in something? There was something, like, a couple years ago about... And it was probably a couple years ago. Again, I'm so behind in a lot of these games. Like, I love life for service games. I wish I had more time to play them. I loved Fall Guys. Fall Guys was a ton of fun. I just couldn't keep up with it. Same with, like, Dauntless and stuff like that. Yeah, K-Drive's the most recent frame, has an exalted one. Gotcha. Oh, well, this is a change. Where are those little lizard dudes? Look at that little hammerhead wizard. Is that real? Can I get one of those in real life? Thing looks awesome. And a turtle. Exalted. What? The last big thing I remember was the X-Cal Umbra. It's like they're speaking to me. I know it. Exalted are weapons, vehicles, abilities. Gotcha! Mesa, pistols, Excal's, sword, etc. Gotcha! Okay. God, that's cool looking! And completely underwater, too. Whee! Okay, so we've got a little locked area. That's right, I'm so out of the loop now. Dude, I feel that with some games. And the sad thing is, like, I played Destiny 2 for a long time. I feel so out of the loop of that game, but I felt out of the loop and I played at launch. And that was just because, like, I didn't know any of the Destiny 1 characters, so I had no idea what was going on. And, like, if you're ever going to design a sequel, and this is to any game developer out there, or anyone who ever thinks about dabbling for games, if you are ever going to design a sequel, for the love of God, explain who your characters are to the new people. And why you should give a shit about what's happening. And don't do it in books. Don't do it offline. Don't do it through the internet. In your actual game, explain what the hell is happening. That's a dinosaur. There are a lot of loops to catch up on in Warframe. Oh, yeah. They don't directly leech mods anymore. I do remember the change, especially since Destiny 2 is on consoles and Destiny wasn't. Yeah! Wait, wasn't Destiny 2 on PC and Destiny 1 was only on consoles? Because I thought it was on the Xbox. Is Universal Vacuum a thing yet, or do we still need a floaty robots? D1 was only console. Yeah, that's right. I'm like... Well, it was exclusive to one thing, and like... And I had a buddy that was big into D1, and, like, he loved it. But D2 came out, and he's like, nah, I don't need to restart. And, like, that's fair, too. That's why I'm hoping I can, like, jump on the bandwagon with New World. Like, that's the one that everyone's excited for, and I want to jump on the bandwagon, and I want to try and keep up with people. I have it a little harder because of my time zone, because a lot of times people will play while I'm still at work. And then when I log in, they're all logging off for the night, because there's usually a 3 to 4 hour difference with a lot of the people I play video games with. And makes it tricky. Makes it tricky to, like, stay up on content with people. I want to really badly. One new feature in Warframe is subsuming Warframes, putting in an ability from a frame on another. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Can I open this? Maybe I gotta go up and out. Aha! Totally do. Don't worry, my sleep schedule is still super fucked, so I'll be around. There you go. Limbo subsume ability is banished, for example, so I can give it to any frame it. Oh, that's kind of cool. See, like, stuff like that is awesome. And I'm glad to see that game is just constantly evolving. Like, props to that dev. Like, they made a strong base and just ran with it. And honestly, if I were ever to design a game, and, like, I think it would be fun too. I just don't have the, like, I enjoy Twitch and, like, playing games too much, I think. Like, I would love to design a game. I've got some great ideas and think, like, have played enough games that I'm like, this would be fun. I have no idea how to make it happen, though. Like, I did learn a little bit, but, like, I'm so busy with work and work, like, long hours that it's hard to want to, like, program all day and then jump in and program more for fun. With slight caveats, no self-banishing, held cast banish forces from the rift, no stasis. Okay. But yeah, I'm glad more game, like, again, Dauntless is also changing. I don't know if any of you guys played Dauntless. That game has completely changed since it launched. Like, they revamped, like, the starting zone. They've changed, like, that whole area. I mean, Fortnite is not the same game it used to be. I never got into Fortnite because I'm just bad at Battle Royales. But, like, that game is completely different. It's good defensively rather than a CC measure. Also like that they're changing up how abilities are used. Keeps it fresh. So I like asking this question a lot. Would you guys do a game that was like Ready Player One? Where the game is an entire universe in itself. And you can do all sorts of different things in it. But you have a hub world, essentially. And it kind of falls into that same, like, not quite Sword Art Online style, but the, you know, that, like, there's a hub world and then you just do other stuff in the hub world. Aberrations are the main endgame grind, so defense use an operative instead of a pod. Okay. I followed Dauntless since pre-alpha. It's become so much different. Oh, it really has. What on earth are you? You're like a giant fat moray that lost its face. Look at this big-ass turtle. Done everything there is to do, so taking a break again. Yeah, I keep meaning to get back into it because they've released a lot since the weapon changes. Because they did a big weapon change in, like, how you level weapons and everything like that. And I started to get back into it, and then other stuff, then life kind of kicked my ass, so I kind of had to take a break again. And I keep up on Sea of Thieves, and that's a grind in itself. And I'm happy because there's been a lot of people in the community that have started playing Sea of Thieves again. And we've had people come in and out, and that's what I love, is that it's a game that you can just jump in and out, because you don't get stronger by playing the game and becoming like, you know, like, oh, my stats have gone up or my equipment's gone up. It's stronger by skills, and the whole point is to just make your own fun and grind cosmetics. Try to get back into Nautilus, and at a point where I want to play that, I'll just play Monster Hunter World. Yeah, I still need to get further in Monster Hunter World. Ran out of stuff in Monster Hunter World, so picked up Dauntless. See, that's the one thing I'm worried about, because Monster Hunter World does have a finite amount of stuff. I still have a lot to do in it, though. But don't get me wrong, I'm not done with that game. Rise was alright, but not less of your liking than World. I made it to the Ice DLC of World, and then I hit a wall, and I'm like on the last couple bosses that unlocks the like big exploration area, and Bear was giving me shit for that. I like you. What are you? Yeah, these are fucking dinosaurs, guys. It's Nessie! It's the Loch Ness Monster! She came to my door and asked for about $3.50. And that's when I realized she wasn't a Girl Scout. She's a giant Leopolodon. Yeah, that is a dinosaur, guys. Oh yeah, look at that! Yeah, these are definitely prehistoric. I like it. I like it a lot. Damn, game, you getting loud, though. Whoever on those vocals and those strings are, like, working for it. Final story boss in World is really cool, worth getting there. Yeah, I'm trying. I'm trying so hard. Like, well, I did the final story boss in the original World. In the DLC, the Frost whatever DLC, that's what I'm working towards right now. Because it was the big one with the cannons and stuff. Are you talking about that one? Because again, I have done the base game and gotten to the DLC part, but I'm like stuck at the final boss, Iceborne final. Yeah. I'm stuck on one of the bosses right now. I don't have the right gear, and I have to do a lot of grinding. You know, I kind of went like, all right, well, I'll do that at some point. And that was also the time that Barrett was trying to get me into Final Fantasy XIV, and he kind of succeeded there for a little while. And like, yeah, Barrett and I used to play a ton of games. I don't tend to. He's much further in Final Fantasy XIV than I am right now, though. So, kind of stuck on the boss. Valhazak? Maybe? It's been a while since I've played. It's one of the, like, legendary bosses at the end. I'm terrible with names, too. Please forgive me. Especially if I ever meet you in person, I will probably forget your name. I swear I want to remember it. I do. But my brain just, like, does not categorize names. I'm good with faces. Like, I can recognize that I've met you. I can have, like, recall parts of our conversation. But if you want me to remember your name after I just met you, oh boy. And I don't know why that part of my brain database is just broken. Just utterly busted. Dude, be super down to help. Val or Nami. Might be. I just need to catch up is all, but wouldn't take too long. No, and like, I could honestly help you catch up because I can use the mats, but yeah, I need to get, the problem is that I don't have enough room on my computer right now, and I need to get those hard drives installed so I can actually reinstall these games, because that's the problem, is I keep having to uninstall things to play new things, and I just keep doing this. Where it's like, I'll play a game, and then get to a grindy part, or like people drop off, I'll uninstall it, and then use that room for something else so I don't reinstall it. It's a trap. very cool game, though. Like, this is just a visual experience that, like, I'm enjoying with you guys, and I hope you are, too. Because who doesn't love to look at pretty little fishes? And away we go! Oh, I have no control. Oh, I've got a little control. I just got no camera control. Ah! So it looks like they're shark worshippers until they're not. They actually worship, like, they're giving the shark to the big dude? The little shell-like creature? But yeah, maybe that's what I'll make my goal for this weekend to be, is get my hard drives installed, because I don't have many housing projects. Well, our fridge might get reinstalled this weekend. Guys, having a fridge go out sucks. Like, we have had to, like, keep getting ice and stuff like that to keep things cool, and thankfully we have, like, a beer fridge we could empty. But, God, losing a fridge is rough. God, that's still super cool. I thought this game was mostly, like, completely underwater. I didn't realize there were sections where you would actually wander around outside of the water. It's so pretty. Kind of reminds me of a game, though, and I'm trying to, like, I've been trying to place the city in my head that it reminds me of, and I cannot. Kind of like, Prince of Persia. There's a Prince of Persia city that looks very similar to this. I'll take that. And that. And some of that. I mean, minus the shark people. Like, that's not very Prince of Persia-y. He was more of a desert, you know, kind of style game. And not too many sharks out there in the desert. I don't know if you guys know this, but, like, there's not a ton of sharks out in the desert. Just... your chance of getting attacked by a shark in the desert is very small. Very slim. Not impossible, though. Just very slim. This is very cool. I don't get what the fish power-ups I'm, like, running through are, but, you know, go me. Go fishies. Oh... there aren't any sharks in the desert till that poor D&D group decided they wanted a desert campaign. Oh no! Did desert sharks get spawned? Did the sand shark come out to play? You hate the sand shark. Oh, okay, so we're in that, like, actual room now. Because this is like the temple again. That was player death number 1. Oh, you hate to see it. They found the shark. They found the one shark in the desert and decided to play with it. Whoa. Very cool looking. I love that this is kind of like, look around the area, enjoy the visuals, move on when you're ready to move on. It's not really a puzzle. Just kind of like a interesting way to, like, view content. More of an experience than a game, yeah. Yeah, and, like, that's okay. Game experience is like a... God, what game was it? Was it Death Standing or whatever it was that everybody called a walking simulator? There's nothing wrong with that. VR called the Blue. Oh, yeah, no, I have the Blue. I love the Blue. The Blue's awesome. Death Stranding, yeah. And, like, that's okay. We can have games like that. But again, know what you're getting into. Like, I feel like too many people, like, approach these games and go, like, it's going to be a puzzle experience. And I'm like, nah, I'm here to look at the pretty fish. That's about all I know about this game is that it's pretty. So I'm going in with the expectation I'm going to see some fun things. That whale, man. Oh, I loved the whale one on the ship was awesome. And I did love the fluorescent one. The fluorescent zone. Wow, that was beautiful. Creepy. Beautiful, though. Especially in VR is so huge. Oh, yeah. Well, it's huge in the VR, and then, like, it just sounds and looks cool. Yeah, I gotta get my VR hooked up. Because currently, like, you know, we're still getting things unpacked and, like, doing the higher priority tickets, but I just gotta, like, install the actual devices now and, like, drill them into my walls, because I didn't know the design of my room for a little while. Shark friend. Oh, shark bud. Oh, I'm healing. Hey, shark friend. Alright, we're getting a lot of speed. Oh, that was cool. That choir is very loud, though. Oh, this is... Like, I like that you get your shark friend back that... Oh, okay. Oh. Doesn't matter anymore. Screw your landmines. I'm invincible now. You got nothing on me. Oh, weird. It, like... Oh, it grew the mantas. Okay, so... This is where we're gonna, like, bring that world in the other one. Good lord, game. Man, the heart players are having fun, too. Okay, so we're gonna basically repopulate the 4 zones and raise the water level as we go. That's a cool concept and a cool way to do it. I wonder if it's, like, also repopulating the fish. Like, did something happen and, like, all these animals were, like, saved in a different area and now I'm bringing them back to the world? Is this, like, Cataclysm Earth? You know, we tried to save the wildlife, so we put it near the core underwater. And then this is transporting everything back. And, you know, we had to give up. Poor shark friend. But he did it for the greater good. You know, to bring all the fish back. I don't know. I'm making suppositions. Stab it! Come on. Come on, swordfish. You missed the cube. Here we go! One more time. I won't lie though, this is definitely making me want to play Subnautica. Which I haven't played Subnautica in VR, but I'm assuming it's terrifying. And probably a lot of fun. It's the same reason, like, I tried the demo of Alien Isolation in VR. Holy shit, is that terrifying. If you want a good scare, that's a good VR game. So stressful. Whee! Yeah, we brought all the whales back. Whee! Oh, even the shark's jumping. Everybody's jumping. I'll have to try that one. I've not done Subnautica in VR yet. I haven't either, and I really want to. The problem is like, you don't get to swim around. You have to, like, use a controller and just sit in your seat. So it's not quite as fun. You don't get to use, like, the VR controls. Favorite VR horror thriller mystery is a game called Hinge at the moment. Screw your stuff! I haven't played Hinge. I'll have to check that out. I do want to play the Five Nights at Freddy's VR. I enjoy that series. Like, even though it's predictable at this point in terms of, like, lots of jump scares, they also innovated quite a bit in that series. But it's just jump scares. Like, if you're not a fan of jump scares, like, not the game for you. Oh, nice. Is this gonna grow? Yeah! Okay, here we go. Yeah, but tell me about Hinge. I haven't actually heard that one. I mean, I'll have to look it up. Like, if you send me a message, I'll look it up, but... Because it's always hard to remember stuff on stream. Like, 2 hours later, be like, what was that one thing we talked about? So pretty. That was it? That was Abzu. That was fun. I had a good time with that. I'll have to try out Journey, because I have never played Journey. I think it could be a lot of fun. Send you a message. It's about being in a time loop of a mysterious hotel, trying to figure stuff out. Ooh. Nice. Yeah, that reminds me of, I did another, like, hotel one. It was, like, Spectrum Retreat. That was an interesting little, like... Oh, I can move around. Ba-doop. There's probably, like, a trophy or an achievement associated with, like, grabbing all of those little things. But yeah, Spectrum Retreat was fun. Kind of the, not quite time loopy, but, like, similar. That was cool. I liked this. It was fun. As I said, I'll have to try out Journey at some point, because I want to see how they compare between the two, because they're both kind of visual stories. Also, like, Flower, but there's a bunch of, like, visual stories that kind of came out around this time frame. And, like, I never got to really experience them. And good lord, Choir, you are just, like, rocking it. I can hear you, but, oh, you're blowing out my eardrums sometimes. When you hit some of those notes. Yeah, that was cool. If you enjoy a visual experience, this was fun. There's probably a few things I missed, and, like, seems like I am curious, like, what is happening, but I think it's more meant to be vague. Oh, that is wonderful. they actually split out the people who talk about, like, the actual instrumentals, the violins, the stuff like that. You can, it's, yeah, I think someone wrote an aria or wrote an actual, like, composed a symphony, and then someone was like, I'm gonna make a game about that. I'm gonna turn that into a game. The harp ensemble. I think we've got the London voices right now. They're rocking it out. Text derived from first tablet of Enuma Ellis. Cool. Well, nice. So, guys, I think with this, I'm not going to end the stream. It's still really early. So my kind of I have 3 go-to games that I can get into. Sea of Thieves, Dead by Daylight, Genshin Impact. Those are kind of like the 3 games that like I kind of are my go-tos. World of Warcraft used to be on there. Want to try Loop Hero? It's not installed right now. I would do it otherwise, but it's not installed, unfortunately. Again, I have a space issue on my computer that I need to fix. I'm so sorry. Because there's points where, like, I run out of space and have to delete things, like... And I've got, like, about 4 terabytes of hard drive I just need to install. Which, that's sad. I have so much space, and I just need to, like, pull my computer out, unhook it, like, take it apart briefly, hook it up, and be done with it. That's just all I need to do. But I have the problem in that I am lazy at times on my weekends. But yeah, I do want to play that game. It seems like a lot of fun. I do want to play Loop Hero. And if it was installed, totally would. Yeah, I have to replace a SATA cable of one of my devices. Yeah. See, technology's great till it stops working. Okay, that's cool. Okay, and I didn't find all the meditation statues. I see. There were a couple, because I don't think I recognized them until here, and then I started to find them, and I missed one. Okay, cool. Do it. It's been like 7 months. I'll do it eventually. Oh yeah, that's how I feel about my hard drives. Like I've had some of them for over a month. I've had one of them for like 2 months, and I'm like, yeah, I'll do it eventually. Didn't help I got it right as I moved. All right, but yeah, between those 3, if you want to put it in the chat, that's Sea of Thieves, Dead by Daylight, or Genshin. Let me know. If nobody says anything after I get back from my break, if no one's put anything in, I'll just pick, and that's fine too. I can totally do that. But yeah, guys, I will be right back. I'm going to leave you with the Abzu choir as I go get a drink. Alright, everyone. Thank you. I'm back. I appreciate that. And Sea of Thieves. Tay's the only one that voted. Tay gets to decide. Everyone bow down to Tay. A true champion. A true hero. Yeah, give me 1 second. Of course, the Microsoft Store is a joy in terms of it just does not like to work all the time. Microsoft Store, the main con of the Game Pass. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and I like Sea of Thieves. Good choice. You know, keeping up with the ocean motif. Alright, let's see if it actually loads, because I might have to, like, exit out, do a flip, do a backflip, do a barrel roll, do all sorts of stuff. Alright, there we go. Hi, everybody. Oh, if anyone in chat is in the community and would like to play, let me know. I can always hop in Discord and we can be pirates together. Be pirates. Alright, Sloop. And still need to work on the arena, which is the PvP, folks. I've got a lot of the stuff done for them, but I still have a good chunk of grinding to do. I'll get there one day. Let's see, what should I work on? You know, we could just kind of get some money. I'm working and not a pirate, or I would. Ah, see. The classic conundrum. Work. Who invented work? Dick move on their part. And I know no one invented work. Who invented work indeed, right? Hey, Haas, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate that. Hope you're having a good day. Hope things are going well. Alright, let's get some loot. Well, let's get some supplies first. I gotta do a lot of merchant missions still. I need to turn in a lot of stuff to the Reapers. What? Actually, there's an event going on, which I can get some... I forgot! There's an event right now for Borderlands. Cruise on tight... exploding gunpowder skeletons... Shooting ghost ships for Borderlands? Yeah. So they do cross promotion stuff in this game. So there's like cosmetics and stuff like that. So like get a little flag, you can get the hole with the vault symbol, you can get a claptrap figurehead that's like a little barrel claptrap. The sails have the vault logo on it. It's a little kind of looks like a claptrap for the anchor, and then just a vault symbol with like the destroyer eye. Oh god, Claptrap came to the Sea of Thieves. He did. He did. Handing in stronghold stuff. Ooh, opening a vault. That's easy to do. Yeah, I don't need to do the tall tale until somebody joins in, because I've done most of the tall tales. Okay, yeah, so vaults are the way to do this. It's a vault event. Derp, yeah, no duh. Vaults make sense for this. There are a few stairs and doors here. He is inevitable. It's true. He's gonna show up. Alright, so we're gonna be the gold hoarders, because basically they're like, hey, you should do vaults. That's how you're gonna get a lot of loot. And that ties into the theme of everything. But we gotta decorate our boat. Obviously. Obviously. Yeah, let's see. You know, I haven't done the Halo boat in a while. Let's do cross-promotion boat this time. Where is it? Not Merc. There it is. The Spartan wheel. Spartan cannons. That kind of looks like the Spartan color. And then Spartan anchor. Cool. We got the Halo boat. Which I am excited for Halo Infinite. That should be a lot of fun. Hello. Hello. How's it going, Pringles? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. I picked up the wrong thing. How's life treating you? Twitch said you were playing Abzu. I was excited, but I don't know what to do in that game. Oh, yeah, no, we actually just wrapped it up. Like, it's not very long. So we switched games because I beat it. Yeah, it's one of those you just kind of, it's a visual experience. You're just supposed to kind of like float around, look at stuff, and then like continue on to the next area. It's just, think of like Fantasia if it got turned into a game. You don't really do a whole lot. You just kind of like float around and look at cool stuff. It's kind of like there are other games like Journey and Flower. Should have paid more attention to the notification. Yeah, like an hour long if you don't take your time here and there. Yeah, and like I think I went for like an hour and a half is how long it took me to get through it. And I wasn't really rushing. I was kind of like looking at the stuff, like just looking around, but you can definitely like meditate for longer. I didn't find all the meditation points and things like that. But yeah, it's just a fun little visual novel. I recommend it for people though. Like, that was really pretty. And like, I enjoyed it because it reminded me of scuba diving. Which I almost got super into it when I was a kid. I just didn't have the money. Like, I got to do it occasionally with my dad. And when I got to college, I'm like, wow, that's super expensive and I will never be able to afford that. But yeah. Hope you're doing well. Hope things are going well. I tried to keep it to, you know, with the sea motif at least when we switched over to Sea of Thieves, because I didn't want to end after an hour and a half. That's no fun. It was pretty as someone who majored in marine bio but couldn't handle scuba. It was very nice to play. Yeah! Scuba's hard though. Like, scuba is not, like, scuba's stressful. There's a lot that can go wrong that you don't want to go wrong. I got all trained for scuba diving because my mom was huge into it, then couldn't dive because of medical complications. Oh, that sucks. Oh, that's the worst. Yeah, because I got certified, and then I almost considered getting, like, my advanced certification, and then doing, like, the other certs, like dry suit diving, because I grew up in the mountains, and was close by to Lake Tahoe, but that lake is so cold and so deep that you have to use dry suits to get down deep enough. And like a lot of the water's near me. I didn't even make it to the deep end of the pool before my brain just wanted to nope the fuck out of there. Yeah, no. It's a very much you have to just accept what you're doing and accept that your gear is going to protect you. But if your brain has to just believe that that is cool and gonna be fine and everything's good, because if it doesn't, you're gonna have a problem. Like, that is a stressful situation to be in suddenly. She has the advanced, the nitrous, and a few others. The nitrous, that's impressive. Like, that takes a long time to get certified in that. I wish more games did that. Well, Pringles, out of curiosity, have you ever seen The Blue? It's like it's a VR game that it's kind of the same as Abzu. You don't kind of move around, like you sit on, like you're on the deck of like a sunken ship and you can just watch all the fish go by. Highly recommend you check out The Blue, and it's BLU, not BLUE. The Bleu, as they say. I recommend you to like look. I would recommend checking that out. Kind of like a similar, like less interactive, as in like you don't have VR though. It's still pretty, like in terms of like you can see a video of it. It's not quite the same as VR, and like if things ever happen, I have a VR set. If the world is less crazy at some point, you know, I can show it off, but I also have to get things set off. But yeah, I would recommend just like checking out a video though, because I'm sure you can find like a video of it, because it's more same thing, not really a game, more of an experience, much shorter than like Abzu though. But like yeah, it's not as long as Abzu. It's more just kind of like showing off VR tech, and it's cool because you're like underwater and you can like roam around your little play area that you've got set up. Yeah, you can get the idea behind in a video. The VR is really what kind of makes it. That's a lot of random loot that's just on this beach. But I love VR. I had a lot of fun with VR. I need to get mine hooked back up. Steam says VR is required. Yeah, well, because again, it is really to play it, yeah, but like I'd say like look up a YouTube of it, because like again, it's super short. Like someone has got to have put it on YouTube, and like just the game and look around for you, because see, that's not the wildlife we're looking for. Because they have like 3 different biomes basically. They have like one that's on a shipwreck. They have one that's just kind of like on against some reef. And then they have a luminescent biome. And that one is fascinating. I love that one. Looking for bullywongs? Nah, not at all. We're closed for the day. Goodbye, sirs. Stop it. Sir, I would like you to die. Oh, look, I found a gem. All right. Yeah, I'm trying to think of like other fun visual games or like fun. Well, Subnautica is a fun underwater game, but like fun for a different reason. Not quite as relaxing as Abzu, unfortunately. It can be very relaxing. It can also be incredibly stressful. Need to get my VR stuff back up. Moved a few months ago and I just haven't felt like doing it yet. Gris was good. I haven't played Gris. I've heard good things about it. My favorite thing about VR was definitely Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes. That game is so much better in VR. Super Hot is also a lot of fun in VR. Well, I know what island it is. And it is sad that I can literally like see just a corner of the map and be like, yeah, I know what island that is. I've played this game too much. Oh, that's on another island. All right. Yeah, I'm trying to think of... Yeah, Keep Talking was fun. I don't have a ton of VR games. I've got a few. Beat Saber is my jam, though. Like, I don't know if any of you have played Beat Saber, but holy crap, is that fun. Anyway, it's been a while since I've been here. How have you been? I've been good. Work's been kicking my butt. Like, I've been... I got a promotion. I now manage people, which is nice. It's super stressful because there's a lot going on, and like we've got some really tight deadlines and stuff like that. So that's taken, and like I'm also still doing what I used to do, but now I also manage people. So a little stressful. I'm a little worried about some things. But that's just, I think, natural. So putting my college skills to use now, apparently. And but yeah, I've been good. Other than that, like our fridge died. That sucks. Like we're getting a new one. Like our landlord's getting another one, but we've been like, it died Saturday morning, like Saturday in the wee hours in the morning. Friday night, Saturday is when we, like, Friday we're like, that's weird. Maybe someone left the door open, and then Saturday morning and we're like, nope, fridge is dead. Okay, gotta deal with it. So, been having to do like ice runs, and thankfully we had like a beer fridge or two. We saved most of our food. We didn't get to save all of it, and we've been icing the last little bits of stuff, but we may not get a new one until this coming Saturday, so it could just be a while. There's a music visualizer I like to vibe with in VR. Basically like sitting in a kaleidoscope. That's very cool. Yeah, that's another thing about VR, is just there's some cool stuff, like visual stuff. Oh no, yeah. But yeah, other than that, I've been good. Like it's been good to get like back into a consistent streaming schedule, because I did a lot of travel and I was sick, and like I enjoy this. I like back in college, like my favorite activity like was like on Saturdays, like when it was the middle or during summers when we had nothing to do. I would like sit on the couch, and like all of the roommates would come down. We'd all, have a beer, do whatever, kind of enjoy our Saturdays. And like I'd put on like Red Dead Redemption, and I'd play through that for a couple hours during the morning, and everybody would just kind of stop. We'd hang around, chat, watch, people would watch when they wanted to, get up and do chores. People would come in and out of the house all day, and we would just like play through games. Joey and I used to do like Castle Crashers all the time. It was awesome. But streaming really reminds me of that, and like I still get to talk to people and hang out. When we moved in last summer, the freezer kept icing over and leaking into the fridge, and one time it got so bad, it stopped the cold from getting in the fridge. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, that's just like poor design on the fridge. Oh god, I don't have any bullets. Please have a bomb. There are no bombs in there. Ah! Yeah, that's not good. Lucky the large apartment complex, so they have stairs. Oh yeah, see, that's nice. Like ours is just like a dude who's renting his house, like his old house, to us, and he has to order a new one, and of course, like they're like, oh yeah, we'll get it to you next day, and then they're like, actually, we don't have that in stock, and we're like, okay, and they're like, actually, we don't have a truck. All right, and it just kind of kept changing, and it's like, okay, so you don't have this thing. It's like, well, no, not on us. It's like, why didn't you say that? That is the nice thing about being in an apartment complex, is they do have spare stuff on hand all the time. Dang, no X marks the spot yet. Because I can't do anything with this quest. I just basically have to find treasure maps until one of them gives me the X marks the spot, because I know what island I need to go to. Actually, that fridge doesn't exist. None of the fridges are... It's not real. It was the fridge in our minds all along. Ah, shit. Is it on a different island? It totally is. Okay. The real fridge was the friends we made along the way. Yeah! That's what kept our food cold. I've also been like getting back into playing piano again, but oh man, it hurts my hands. It's been a while since I played piano. It's been fun, though. Been relearning Moonlight Sonata. But man, is that a workout. And I'm definitely not up to tempo yet. That song is slow, but there's a lot of movement in it. Congrats on the promotion, though. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm excited about it, too. Well, it's a little more stressful managing people now, because it's no longer like, oh yeah, if I screw up, worst case scenario, we're late to a gig or we miss a gig. Now, oh god, if I screw up, we're going to lose a lot of money. That's a little more stressful. Stakes are a little higher. Alright, wind is going that way. And now we wait. Actually, how am I doing? Because the month is close to wrapping up, and I probably got destroyed. Actually, oh yeah, no. I have to double my money to get to the next reward. That's probably not going to happen. How about you? Almost double my money. Not quite double, but still quite a bit. And I haven't even represented you. And I'm max level with these guys, but I don't need to be max level with them. Because I already have all their rewards. But that was actually more for leveling. I still hadn't leveled that group up yet. Is it this tiny island? Oh yeah, no, I thought it was the other one. It's this tiny one. But yeah, how are you? How are things, Pringles? Anything new going on in your life? Anything exciting? Are we all just kind of watching the world going like, oh god. Hope it doesn't get worse? Kind of got real there. Hey, skeleton! Did you ever do the index in Warframe? Maybe. I don't know for sure. Again, it's been a long time. Like, it's been maybe like a year or two since I've logged into Warframe. It's been a while. Give me all your loot. Okay, so I did a lot of that this off week, polishing up my solo strat. Nice. Well, I will be vague because TMI, but I've been worried about, I was taken after my mom and my bad health problems way, and I just finally did to screen for it yesterday and came back super clear. Oh, good! Well, that's good. I'm glad it came back clear. And like, yeah, but completely understand. You know, I'm glad it turned out well though, and like, glad you took care of it. It's important. Like, it's not fun, and it's always nerve-wracking to deal with that. Oh, hi. Like, I had to get a giant mole checked, and thankfully, good and healthy. But see your doctors, people. Go check them. They're important. It's like taking your car in for maintenance. You got to take the body in occasionally. But Pringles, that's great. I'm glad. That's good to hear. It involved being sedated though, so I had some really nice naps yesterday, so it's kind of great. You know, God, I wish they could sedate you for more things. Honestly, just like, knock me out. Just do what you need to do. Just get my ass under. I don't need to be awake for it. Really? I just killed a bunch of things. Do you have to show up right now? Please die. Alright. Now what we were doing... I gotta go to the dentist again. I'm not looking forward to that. And I had to cancel my appointment, which sucked because I got a nasty cold. And I'm like, you know what? We're coming off of a pandemic. I don't need to show up hacking and coughing because I've got a cold. Like, I was negative. I did not have COVID. I just caught a cold because, you know, I went traveling. And once I got the vaccine and picked it up because my body's like, yeah, you're not used to this. And I'm like, no, I'm not at all. But I had to I have to reschedule that, and everything's super slow and hard to book. So I've just been putting it off, and I need to, and I hate it. I hate the dentist. They're the worst. I appreciate what they do, but they're the worst. And yeah, it's important though. You got to do that stuff. Really? Like, can I just get like 5 minutes to loot this island? Dang skeletons just want all my shit. Yeah. I think the biggest thing is I'm still like trying to like move into the house a little bit. So there's still stuff that like is not in boxes, but like corners that it's like, okay, I don't know what to do with this corner yet. Every time I have left the island and come back, you have spawned something else on me, game. Calm down. Okay, watch. I'm going to leave, and it's going to spawn something else. Never found a dentist here, and my family never switched dentists when we moved in 2006, so my dentist is an hour away. I haven't been in a few years. Yeah, I kind of did the same. Like, when I bounced around, because I lived in Oklahoma, and then kind of after college, and like just stuff like that, and I just didn't go for a couple years. And then I went, when I moved back to California, I found a dentist, and, you know, had some cavities, had some things I needed to deal with, which sucked. And then I moved up here, had to find a new dentist, then the pandemic hit, and I just didn't do it. And I needed to. And had to do some more work, and gotta go back again. And like, it's a... Wow! God, there must not be a lot of people on this server because these dudes are just popping up. But I need to go. I do. I know I do, and it's a good habit to do, and it's a good thing to be, like, good habit to be in. It's just... If it just sucked a little less. Oh, that's not good. Ugh. Really? I didn't go for 4 years in college and somehow only ended up with one cavity. Way to go! Now, I've needed... after my first long stint, I needed, like, I think 2 fillings and a root canal, and that was after years of not going. The root canal sucked. And then the second one, I chipped the back tooth and had to get a root canal there. So, fun. Can confirm root canals suck. Yeah, the weirdest thing is that the first day you get them, when you get, it's like, you get the crown in, it's like, there's something in my mouth. And then you just get used to it. Like, that's the weirdest part. Is you're like, oh, there's something in my mouth, get it out. And then suddenly you just get used to it one day. Honestly, you forget which tooth is crowned at this point, right? Also, the one I had wasn't even fully my fault. It was something I had, sealant thing. Oh, yeah, I get you. That's great, though. That means you're taking good care of your teeth, even though you haven't been. I like sodas too much. And beer. And sweets. I'm my own worst enemy. There's a fleet up. I don't have the cannonballs for that. See, I also love to bake, and that's my problem. I love to bake. It's what I would do a lot in college. My roommates loved and hated me. They loved me because in the middle of the night, I would get on a cooking streak while drunk, and like most of the time. And I would bake up like cinnamon rolls or cookies or like make some like bread or something like that, like biscuits, and like, oh, it was great. It was awesome. But also contributed to everyone also gaining weight. Because, you know, we were eating cinnamon rolls and biscuits and cookies. Alrighty. I will say I'm just glad I don't drink as much as I used to in college. I don't think my body would have lasted. Nah, it would have. It was just more than I would need at this point in my life. Cinnamon rolls and biscuits and cookies are good though. Oh, I know. I did keto some over lockdown. That worked quite well for me. Oh, nice. Yeah, the lockdown was not good. I have definitely gained some weight. I'm a little more out of shape than I want to be, but that was basically because I was in a city and like the one area I could go was with people who didn't really believe in masks or social distancing. So I didn't really leave my apartment much during the whole pandemic. But you know what? No bread for you. That's impressive. My hat's off to you. I could not give up bread. Same way I can't give up pasta. Pasta's too good. There we go. Well, and then I found out recently how to make something that's dangerous. I found out how to make mochi dough, and at a restaurant that we like to go to, they serve barbecued bacon wrapped mochi. It is so good, and I found out how to make it. I'm gonna be a menace. I literally made muffins this morning, and they're in a Ziploc full of cookies my grandma gave me. Nice. Ooh, that sounds delicious. Oh, it is so good. Because it's basically just kind of mochi dough that you then wrap bacon around, you skewer it, and you throw it on a griddle on the barbecue. Because if you try and just do it, it becomes a sticky mess. The griddle helps it not fall through. But, oh, it is so good. Because the mochi kind of like not caramelizes, but basically the rice dough kind of like becomes stretchy, hot, and gooey. It's so good. Thing that worked for me was not trying to replace bread, but explore what you could eat. See, that's the smart way to do it. Like, don't replace bread with something else. Find, figure out what else you can eat. Lots of fun veggies. Oh yeah, I love butternut squash. Like, squash is great. Like, spaghetti squash. Oh my god, spaghetti squash is delicious. Butternut squash, like, I'm a big fan of that. Zucchini, stuff like that. Well, and the weird thing is, like, I think the weirdest thing is Brussels sprouts. Because growing up, Brussels sprouts were nasty. But we actually genetically changed Brussels sprouts. We removed the bitterness from Brussels sprouts that required you to just essentially steam the shit out of them. And that's why the rage nowadays is we've actually changed the flavor of Brussels sprouts. Ate a ton of spaghetti squash. That stuff's addicting. I don't know what about spaghetti squash until I was 21, and then your mind was blown. Yeah, I mean, like, I feel like it's one of those things you have to just kind of learn about some of the foods, because, like, not all families knew about it either. They're still gross, sorry. Well, and like, again, they're not for everybody. Like, and this is something like, I personally am not a fan of like straight raspberries and like strawberries and a lot of fruits, and everyone's like, oh, is it the flavor? It's not the flavor. I actually like the flavor of a lot of the fruits. I'll use a lot of the flavor. But I get squeaked out by the texture of fruit. Specifically if it's furry. Fruit should not be furry. Just me. And like, it is not something I enjoy. And I'll eat a banana. Why? The banana is not furry. Like, there's fruit that I will eat and enjoy. But there is a lot of fruit out there, and a lot of the common fruit has that texture, and it just makes my skin crawl. I just want to get it out of my mouth because it's wrong. Like, brother can't stand asparagus because of its stringiness. Yeah, see, it's stuff like that. It's just like, it's a texture thing, and I think a lot of people discount that with food. Is like, it's not necessarily the taste, it can be the texture. Yeah, I can't do asparagus. See, I don't mind asparagus, but I also like to like fry it up in like some lemon juice, maybe some garlic, toss it with garlic, maybe a little pepper, fry that in some olive oil. Or you can like put Parmesan cheese, bake them in the oven, grate some Parmesan cheese on top, squeeze a little lemon juice on. Now I'm just hungry, guys. In small quantities, when it's been reduced, barely resembling asparagus, it's fine. Well, and yeah, I feel like that's part of it. It's just kind of like, because like it can also be great in like stir fries and stuff like that. It's just, I think a lot of people just eat asparagus as like the whole stock, and you can cut that shit up. It comes a lot easier, less stringy when you do that. Yeah. I want to make popovers again. I haven't made popovers in a coon's age, but they're delicious little treats. You can fill them. I think it's fine, but I'd rather just do green beans. A what? A popover. It's basically it's a very eggy dough, but the way it works is basically it's all eggs, some milk, and it's dough that when you bake it at a high temperature, an air bubble forms within the inside of the dough and forces the dough up, so it pops up. And the idea is that at the end, you essentially have this kind of like muffin that's got this huge bulbous part on the top where the air has pushed it up. Now that's all hollow, so you can stuff it with whatever you want. And it's just like an eggy dough. It's like an eggy biscuit that you can use like with meat dishes because it's good for like sopping up like meat juice and stuff like that, and kind of filling with like, you can fill them with like steak, like you cut up the steak and fill it up with it, or like I've done like grilled mushrooms or onions, cut up some steak, cilantro, throwing that in there. You can also do like breakfast ones. I've done like fill it with jam, or I filled it with like cinnamon sugar cream cheese, or let's see what else. Well, it sounds a lot like what my family calls puffs. It might be. A lot of it kind of like Yorkshire. It's not quite Yorkshire pudding. There's a couple, like, it's called a lot of things in different, you don't take skulls. It's called a lot of different things, but like the most common one is called popovers, but I love them. I miss them. They're fun to make. I've also done like goat cheese and bacon and onion. Oh, it's so good. I think this stream has devolved into just me like drooling about food that I want to eat. Plus, if you enjoy cooking, cooking is a fantastic hobby to get into. Because you can just do so much with it. Like, if you want to have any hobby, pick up cooking. Cooking is a great hobby to have because you'll always have something to munch on. It'll always be tasty. You'll have fun with it. Want to cook new things. I don't know what the dough is exactly. I assume basic puff pastry or something. Puff with like tomato sauce, spinach, ground beef mixture. Yeah, so you could do it that way. I tend to bake mine without the, like, I fill mine occasionally, but they don't quite puff as much if you fill them. So I tend to, like, bake them as, like, empty shells, and then you fill them after the fact. There's probably a couple pictures in my Discord. I make them all the time. But I haven't recently because our fridge broke, and I was going to make them. And, like, leftovers are not a thing we can really have right now. I also want to make cinnamon rolls and stuff like that. Ask my grandma for the recipe because it's some weird shit she made. Well, I mean, like, to be fair, like, you can make up a lot of, like, weird stuff by just, if you kind of learn the basics, you can just mess with shit. At a certain point, you just kind of start messing with things. I mean, like, I used to make mac and cheese where, like, you know, from the box, and then, like, I started going, like, well, I can bake mac and cheese, because that's, like, noodles, and you bake it, kind of like lasagna, okay, except for, like, less red sauce, and then I'm like, oh, but what if you use, like, tomato soup instead, and make it richer, so, like, cooking's just, like, cooking and baking, and you just kind of, like, start messing with shit. Problem is, I don't have motivation to cook until I'm already hungry. Yeah, so, we tended to do meal prep, so we do, like, Instapot, so we just kind of cook food and like freeze it and then pull it out and throw it in the Instapot whenever we want to, but we just make a bunch of it at once. And then on weekends, I make it a point to pick one meal that I will plan something for. So it'll either be a breakfast or like I'll plan to barbecue something, but I plan at least one meal on the weekend that like I'm going to do a cooking project. And like then just kind of plan for that one meal, and then the rest of my meals I just kind of do on autopilot. But just to do some cooking and have fun with it, and not just like, okay, what do I want to eat now? Well, I'm just starving, so might as well just cook this thing. Not that there's anything wrong with that, I do like variety. Alright, Sharkbait Cove, and we are headed right for a rock. Let's adjust that. If no one does that fleet, I'm gonna. So have I even made any progress on this event? Okay, I'm at 5. I end up only cooking for real when I get Blue Apron box. Better than nothing, I guess. And easier than planning and shopping for a whole thing myself if I'm not used to that. Yeah. Well, and that's a good way to do it. Like, especially cooking for one is hard. Like, cooking for one is hard, and cooking for large groups is hard. Like, 2 to 3 is the sweet spot, which I enjoy. But, like, once you get to 4, it becomes a lot more of an ordeal. And 1, the portions are super hard. So, like, I think that's a great way to do it. Like, honestly, like, it's nothing to be ashamed of. Like, you're cooking, you're enjoying it, you're having fun with the recipes. If you're having fun with the cooking, yeah. And if you're not, well, then, yeah, you know, figure out what works so you spend as little time in the kitchen as possible. But it's all about what you enjoy, what you want to have fun with. What do you want to get up to? You only have so many hours per day. I usually cook just for myself and make multiple meals at a time to compensate. See, that's what I did when I lived alone. I would bake like, I would make a big thing of mac and cheese one day. I would make like a a big meat dish another day, and I'd make another dish another day, and kind of like some veggie staples that I could just have on the side. And then I would just like cycle through that and like just, okay, today I'm going to have the leftover mac and cheese and some garlic bread. And then another day I would have a different meal. And then another day I would have it like, and like usually I didn't have mac and cheese and garlic bread. I'm just saying that is the first two things that came to my head. We can all see where my mind's at right now. I want carbs. Garlic mac and cheese. Yeah! Well, and mac and cheese is fun. You can like saute onions and mushrooms and then throw it in the mac and cheese and bake it, because at that point it's cooked. It's not going to get any worse. Throw some garlic in. Use different cheeses. Maybe use like an aged white cheddar. God damn, like I am obviously hungry. I haven't had dinner yet. I usually eat after streams, and unfortunately didn't have time for a snack before stream. Combo isn't helping. No. This combo is... I'm loving it. Like, my mouth is watering because I want all the food we're talking about. But don't apologize. I enjoy talking about food. Like, it's a fun hobby. Like, I love to barbecue. Ah, son of a... Which, to be fair, let's be honest, making food to your friends is one of the best things that you can do because they're trusting you not to kill them. Oh, hi, big man. Ah! Mermaid's Hideaway. Oh, that's not super far. Oh, he dropped a ruby. Oh, yeah. I also gotta learn some new cooking things. Like, that, I had a lot of fun learning how to make mochi dough. Like, it is a sticky mess, though, let me tell you that. Like, I've never made a dough out of rice before, but holy crap, is that a sticky mess. Was a lot of fun, though. But I like learning new things. I learned how to make bao dough at one point. That was awesome. There's a lot you can do. My mom once asked for the most wild comfort food I'd never heard of before. Macaroni noodles and a bit of buttercream cheese until it melty like mac. I thought she was crazy and then asked for salt, but I tried it. And yeah, it needed some salt. Like, oh, yeah. Oh, 100%. Well, because it will bring out a lot of the, like... Salt will bring out some of the flavors that are there between the cheese and the noodles and all that stuff. Have you done a sushi night before? Sweet rice is such a pain, but it's such a fun meal. Oh yeah, I've done sushi. I've done sushi before. It's a lot of fun. The hardest part is like getting the right grade of fish though, because like sushi fish is like you have to get the right grade for that. And like I like variety when I do sushi, and unfortunately, like you really can't do a whole lot of variety on your own without it becoming very expensive. Just noodles, butter, and cream, and salt. Yeah. Well, I mean, like it's the same way. There are ways you can like bring out flavors with like the cream and the salt and stuff like that, because I'm sure it curdles a little bit of the cream and actually like changes the flavor of the dish, brings out the umami. Yeah, I would never do sushi alone. Yeah, I love sushi, though. Sushi's delicious. Like, and as a kid, I remember thinking, ew, gross, raw fish, why? And then I like, learned, like, oh, no, it's delicious. But also, give me a pizza any day of the week, and I'll destroy that thing. Even as a kid, I love sushi, eel especially, man. Oh yeah. Well, by the time I was 13, I loved it. But like definitely when I was like 8, I was like, ew, gross, why? And then like I tried it, I'm like, okay, this is actually pretty good. We did sushi night for New Year's Eve once. We had to have friends coming from SAC to get the fish for a good sushi grade place. Nice. Yeah, I did some sushi after college, and it was fun. My favorite thing though is like I loved like barbecuing in college and still do. I love like marinating a tri-tip and then like the whole production of like slow cooking a tri-tip all day or slow cooking ribs. Oh, that's so much fun. Cuz like it's a couple hour long thing, so you can't like do anything else except for kind of hang out and have a drink or get into like play a board game while you like monitor the food, and it's so fun. Like it's social though. I enjoy the social aspect of that. Because it's like it's more the ritual of it more than anything like else. Because it's the same way like I understand people who like making mixed drinks as like a ritual that they do, because it's instead of just like having a beer, like they'll for the ritual of like measuring things out, shaking the shaker, doing shaking the mixer, doing all that stuff because it's more ritualistic and stuff like that. That's the same way I feel about like barbecuing. Though I want to get more fun barbecue toys. I want a smoker. Sounds like fun. Didn't have sushi growing up, but we sometimes had ahi tuna, like when you barely sear the outside. First intro to wasabi. Oh, nice. Yeah, where you like take a ahi steak and you like sear outside, so it's got like the nice sear on the inside, but still pink in the middle. Well, delicious. But yeah, wasabi's great. Like, also good horseradish. Like, I don't like a lot of like Tabasco or hot sauces. That's not for me. But oh my god, you get me some you get wasabi or horseradish. Oh, I'm all over it. Uh-oh. Well, that happened. Now there's a butcher in my hometown though that I go to occasionally. Like it's a ways away, but I always take a cooler home to bring back because they've got such good cuts of meat. They're so tasty. I use all the wasabi and horseradish because I feel like I have something to prove since I hate the taste of peppers and that kind of spiciness. Yeah, because it's a different type of spicy. Like, and I'm the same way. Like, jalapenos are kind of where I cut my limit on peppers. Like, I like the flavor of jalapenos because they still have flavor, even though they have a little bit of spice. But beyond that, it's just capsation. It's just burns. Like, you lose the flavor of the pepper. And wasabi and horseradish, like, oh, they just add a different flavor, even though they're still spicy. They're awesome. Not a ship over there. Yeah, I can handle the burn, but what's the point of eating something that just tastes hot? Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't need my food to fight back. My freshman retreat nickname was Beef Tacos because someone was offended I said I didn't like Mexican food. Yeah, which again, I don't understand that. Like, not liking Mexican food, but like the fact that like you got crap for not liking Mexican food. I don't like tacos. I like burritos. Tacos are just disappointments in a shell. I'd rather have a burrito. I want more substance. But also, like, it's okay to not like a type of food. Good idea. Put the taco into a burrito. Oh my god. So back in college, that was the time where they were airing the Jack in the Box commercials about the Jumbaco. I don't know if any of you remember that, but the Jumbaco was a commercial where like they were like, it's 2 tacos with a chicken sandwich in between, the jumbaco. And like, it sounded gross. And like, it was probably a joke. And we had 2 buddies that decided, you know what? We're going to go order it. And they go and order it. The people stare at them like they're crazy and hand them 2 tacos in their own wrapping and a chicken sandwich and made them construct it itself. And they were like, it was the grossest thing we've ever had. And I can see why, because Jack in the Box is not meant for like... Jack in the Box is just drunk food. Basics like quesadillas, but most everything else is usually with peppers some way or another. Yeah, and like it's finding like the foods that aren't like overly peppered. That's very much a drunken mistake. Oh yeah, 100%. And I make fun of them for that constantly. And they admit like, yeah, no, we made a choice that day. It was not a good one. Oh, that was Joe and maybe... I don't think it was Henry, but it was definitely Joey. Come on. Why can't I pick this up? There we go. Yeah, that tracks. Yeah, you see... So... Once I said the name, you're like, yeah, it makes sense. Though, oh my god, I love that in college, Lamppost and Woodstocks were like our go-to pizza places, but at a certain point it became Domino's because they were still open. And Domino's pizza was not great. And they revamped, and they're still not great. They just have, like, garlic bread for their crust, which makes them tolerable. I miss Woodstocks, though. Woodstocks and Lamppost were awesome. I also miss the pizza we used to get there. We used to get bacon, jalapeno, and pineapple. It was delicious, because it was sweet, savory, and spicy. Or Blaze. Domino's is the shitty, easy pizza. Oh, yeah. Honestly, I prefer Domino's. Blaze is good. I like Blaze pizza. Domino's, I'm just kind of like... Well, Domino's is consistent. I did like Woodstock's barbecue chicken pizza. Oh my god, that was so good. I'm fucking up. Lamppost is way too greasy. Woodstock's crust tasted like nothing. Okay, yeah, I'll give you that. Their crust was pretty awful. Lamppost, though, like, I didn't mind the greasiness for the pizza that we got from them. But again, we were going for a specific pizza from them. Man, I haven't had one of those pizzas in ages, though. I'm not finding what I need! There we go. There's another one. Cool. That's all I need now. I can solve the puzzle. Alright. Because there's a big chest I really want. Okay, crown, sideways chain. Crown... Sideways chain, go to this one, and then since you know 2 of the clues, you can find out the other one. Double upright. Because there's only 2 options then at that point, so you got a 50-50 chance. And it doesn't punish you if you're wrong. I eat Domino's, don't get me wrong, but I know what I'm getting. True. I like Lamppost as a vibe, though. I'd usually get the garlic bread or beer and just hang out. Oh, yeah, Lamppost had a great vibe. There were a lot of good vibes. Like, I miss I miss a couple of the restaurants in Davis. Okay, I can probably get one more and then I need to leave. Otherwise I'm going to drown. And I can't have that. Because if I drown, I'll lose all my chests. De Vere's finally reopened, but I haven't been back yet. Oh. The one I want to go back to is Davis Noodle City. I hope they're still there. They were this tiny hole-in-the-wall restaurant that just gave you bowls about this big of just, like, noodles. And it was delicious. Yeah, they were behind Sophia's. Yeah, exactly. Really good food. And for a college town, that town had surprisingly good food around. Google says they're still open. Hell yeah! I gotta go back out there at some point. Also to see people. Nah, you don't. Dumpling House is still closed after the fire forever ago. I don't think they're gonna reopen, honestly. I think it's been far too long. God, I was trying to think about like all the random food we had in our place though. Like we had a lot of bars in like a very small radius. They tried to keep the drinking contained. Been selling stuff at Wednesday's Farmer Market apparently. Well, that's good at least. Would have hated to see them go away. That's weird. I keep hearing the mermaid statue because I go like this is below water elevation wise in the game. And you hear mermaid statues a lot better when you're underwater. So the fact that I'm below the water level, like they're humming louder because of that, but I can't get to them where I'm at. Alright, 2 more chests after this. There's the one unfortunate thing about playing Sea of Thieves alone. It takes a lot longer to load and unload your loot. But man, have I been hooked to this game lately. It's such a good game, though. For me, I'm a collector, and it's pretty. So I did a brief stint where I lived in Oklahoma, and like, it was very different culturally from what I grew up and everything. And the one thing I missed the most from there is the food. The food was amazing at times. Like, their barbecue was great. Their meat was great. Like, they had good steaks, too. Though the funny thing, we talked to one of the owners of a restaurant, because he was also from California, and we were chatting with him, and he was like, oh yeah, no, like, I have to put chicken fried steak on the menu or I'd go out of business, because that's just a staple in Oklahoma. And I was like, really? He made great other food, though. I had like a raspberry glazed duck at his restaurant. It was fantastic. Seems like almost too realistic. They can't put them all in your backpack. I know, right? Can't just like put these chests in a bag and carry them all at once. What is this? Yeah, I didn't do great on the loot front. I did get the mega chest that I wanted, but the rest of my chests are kind of meh. Also, quick check. How did I do on... Because that was supposed to give me a lot of rep for the event. Oh, yeah. No. it cranked out a bunch. Okay, so vaults are definitely the way to go to, like, power this up. And I feel with more people, you can definitely get it faster because I'm working with one person and it went up by, like, 12. You got 4 people running around in one of those suckers. You could probably get to 80 very soon. Very quickly. I visited my cousins after they moved to Texas once, and they still crave the barbecue place that we went one day. Don't even like barbecue sauce, just the meat on its own was so good. Yeah, and like, there's just like, it's a different style of cooking, and it's just awesome. Oh, get out of here. Like, the meat itself was just amazing out there, and loved it. Loved it. Wouldn't live there again. Would visit for the food, though. Like, if I had a stopover, like, was driving through, totally. I'd stop for food. I know some restaurants. And it's funny, my brother visited me when I was out there. He still talks about the steak place we went. Like, he is still just raving about that place. And I lived there years ago at this point, when I was just starting my career after college. I see you over there, Skelly Man. I'm gonna go kill you in a second. I've got other loot I gotta load first. Captain Scarlot's de Abzu. Some of these names I'm not sure of for the captains. They trying. Alright, give me that. Give me that. Give me the skull. And we got a riddle to solve quickly, and then we can get the hell out of here. Go turn in some loot. Make some money. And for funsies. Dang, now I want steak. It's 10:21. What am I supposed to do? Oh, I'm in the same boat. I'm like, I could go for a steak right now. Drunken sailor on the North Shore. Yeah, who's up for steaks right now? Where can we go? Where's my 24-hour steakhouse? I'm 3 hours ahead. It's even more stuck. Oh yeah, no, you're in an even harder boat. And Domino's does not do a good steak. Wow, 2 red statues. That sucks. There's nothing I can do about that. Rum cache high up northwest. Question, is it even on this island? No, it is not. Ah, even Domino's is closed? No! The backup food! Oh, you hate to see that. Alright. Maybe tomorrow I'll order from a Greek place. Don't know what the meat is so good, but it is. Hey, Greek is tasty. I am a fan of Greek. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Forgot there's just a hole in the middle of this island. Alright, these are the rum crates. Find the scarecrow to the south. Abandoned homestead. Okay, that's up north. No, it's down south. It's just up high. It's not up north. Scarecrow, 6 spaces north by northeast. Symposium. Oh, nice. Yeah, no, I have. That's cool to hear. Yeah, I gotta try and get back together with a lot of people who, like, mostly just try and hang out with people again. Like, because for a little while there, I kind of lost contact because of my first job taking me way out of state and stuff like that. And then my second job was was in the right state, but still very far away. So I gotta reconnect with some people, especially now that I'm in the area. But, like, literally right when I was getting my feet under me and, like, had gotten settled and, like, because it takes about a year after you move to get settled. Where you are now. So I'm in the Bay Area right now. East Bay, I guess it would be technically. So close enough that I can drive to places around without it being a day of driving. It'll be like, I can do a day's visit versus like, no, this has to be a weekend visit or it's not worth it. Hi-ho, Silver! Away! But yeah, I think it's just the world's reopening up and we're all trying to be cautious and safe and just see where things go, because who knows? Honestly. This is the shittiest group experiment we've ever done. Like, my college group projects did not prepare me for how shitty this one would be. It might be that tiny island right there. Yeah, we can swing by and pick something up. Honestly, everyone ignoring the group work, putting it all on one person, then blaming them for the bad grade is par for my college course. Dude, I like had to do my senior project, which was a group of 3 people. Did it all by myself. And I barely passed because I did 3 people's worth of work, and the professor took pity on us and gave us a passing grade. That was cool, though. I liked my senior project. I had to basically take a camera, hook it up to a circuit board, design the circuit board, then our professor, our TA, built a shitty, like, race car game. Like, kind of, like, very simplistic race car game that, you know, had colors and stuff like that. And we basically had to have the camera take pictures of the video game, like, read in the video game, figure out the position of the car, figure out what was coming up on the road, and then steer and turn the car without the car flying off the road and try and go as fast as it could around the track. And it was a fun project, but not something that I should have been doing alone. Because, like, I had to design the circuit board, I had to design the program that actually read in the images, controlled the car, like, then also control the car depending on those images. Did you explain that? Oh, my TA knew. Like, my professor and TA knew. My professor didn't care. My TA knew, though. My TA was like, yeah, no, he's working his ass off. But, yeah, so I still got a passing grade, but, like, nowhere near what I wanted. And nowhere near what I worked for. Like, I got a C+ on that thing. But, considering I did it all by myself, a 3-person project over 2 quarters, yeah. Damn, that sucks. Yeah, I was not happy. It's the same way I took a class way too early in college, because the class's numbers went 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Now, any reasonable person would think, yes, 10 goes to 20, which goes to 30, goes to... No. No. It goes 10, 30, 40, 50, 60, 20. I, having a last name that put me in the bracket that goes at the very end of the year, did not know this. So took the class, struggled my way through it because I had only taken 10, and had no idea what they were talking about. So, like, studied my ass off, and took this, like, as a freshman, when it was, like, a end-of-year sophomore class. Yeah, I was very unhappy with that. But the professor took pity on me, gave me a C-, which was a passing grade. The problem with our school, we did pluses and minuses affected your GPA. So not being a 2.0, that was a 1.7. That tanked my GPA. And because it was a passing grade, I could not retake the class. And our school had a policy, if you failed the class, you could retake it, and whatever grade you got in the retake would replace the failure grade. So if you got a D, no prereqs were listed. None. I was pissed. It was because they had added that class in and did not update the manual. They just said, oh yeah, it's 20. And I let them know my dissatisfaction with that. Quite a lot. But yeah, it tanked my GPA. And like, I struggled to get that sucker back up after that. And I got a lot of A's after that. Like, I got A's and B pluses and B's after that. I only got like 2 or 3 C's in college. The only other, I got C on my senior project. That one hurt my GPA because I got like a C plus. So that was a 2.3, which is better than a 1.7. Got the 1.7 from my that class I took way out of order. And then the last one I took, that class was just hard. Everyone left that final going like, I failed it. I did not pass. I didn't even finish. Everyone. I think the highest score was a 40%. And at that point, you are not teaching your subject well. You are making your test too hard. Because 2 hours is not a reasonable... Like, the length of the time for the test was not reasonable enough if no one could finish the test. And the highest score was a 40. You did not give a reasonable test. And, like, it was stupid because, like, that meant, like, the grading range was so limited and small. And, like, I was, like, engineering was a weird course to take there because, like, a lot of the teachers at our school were researchers. They weren't necessarily teachers. They were there to do research. Some professors take pride in their classes being hard, so as if that's not indicative of their teaching ability. Makes no sense. Yeah, exactly. Like, the fact that teachers go like, oh, barely anybody passes my class and hardly anyone gets an A. It's like, okay, so you're a bad teacher. You're bad at your job. I've never understood why that's a bragging point. You're not good at your job if no one's passing your class. It's not that students are stupid. It's that you're not a good teacher. It's like you're bragging. It's a lot of those, like, you're excited but for the wrong reasons. Like, you're bragging about something but for the wrong reasons. I don't know. It's weird. I'm just glad I don't have to do school anymore. Like, don't get me wrong, school was fun. It's not for me. Like, higher academics is just not for me. Like, college was enough. Alright, we're gonna try and hit the gem. Hiya! Oh, no, we hit the barrel. And, like, I don't think I'd have as much fun if I went back to college. Because I wouldn't be going... Because, like, a lot of college for me was, yeah, I got an engineering degree. I did a lot of school. But it was also the social aspect. I had a blast, like, figuring out who I was as a person. And I don't really need college to do that again. I kind of know who I am as a person. So I'd just be going for school. Like, I don't really need to go back to college to figure out who I am. It would just be like, if my career needed it, sure, I'd go back to college, but it would just be to take the class and, like, my job better be paying for it. Yeah, same, it's been 6 years since college, and I still wouldn't want to go to grad school. Yeah. And, like, that's not to... If you go to grad school or continue your education, great. I'm happy for you. It's just not for me. Did not graduate, but it gets harder to even think about going back. Oh, yeah. Well, and, like, I think the thing is, like, we unfortunately live in a day and age where, like, I remember growing up and all I got told is, you better go to college, you better go to college, no, 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 and that's all it got repeated. You better go to college, better go to college. And, like, yeah, I went to college. And for my career, made sense. I'm an engineer. Like, I'm a programmer. Like, had to learn that. And did I have to go to college? No, it helped. Because I learned how to, like, some of the skills I needed. Do I think everyone needs to go to college? No. Trade schools are great. I think we need to re-up trade schools. Like, learning practical skills is important. And a lot of kids, like, don't know. Telling an 18-year-old, figure out what you want to do with the rest of your life right now. Why? They've barely had any school. Like, school is great. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, going from, you know, elementary to high school, you learn the basics. You get to dabble in everything. You don't really learn what your career could be. And a lot of times, you have no idea what careers are. Like, I did not think what I did was a career. I didn't even realize that was a career I could do. Like, I didn't realize that, like, I could just do data. Like, I knew data existed. I didn't realize that, like, there was a whole, like, job set that is specified around, like, moving data around and collecting data and understanding data and writing programs that understand data. Like, as a kid, I was like, I like video games. I like computers. Maybe I'll go into engineering and computer programming. Like, it's just very, like, you have no idea. And we're asking 18-year-old, like, children, literal children, to be like, hey, guess what? Figure out what you're going to do with your life. And I know, like, technically when you're 18, you're no longer a kid, but, I mean, you are. A lot of kids, that's their first time living on their own. It's the first time kind of, like, figuring out who they are, what they are. And, like, yes, I think we should still have that. Like, yeah, kids should still experience it, but I think also that, like, it doesn't have to always be through college. I don't know. That's my weird soapbox rant tonight. High school, the physics thing is fun. College, oh, there are a lot of physics. Oh, yeah. I did way more physics. I did weird physics in college. Like, I had to take 4 quarters of physics. And the reason being is because the 4th quarter dealt with electricity. And I did computer engineering, which was both hardware and software. So, I needed the 4th quarter of physics because it dealt with electronics and voltages. What I really didn't know was there was a lot of physics there, and I had to learn about objects going at high speeds, which was more of the, like, aerodynamic physics, which I didn't really have any interest in, but I still had to learn it because it was, like, part of the prereq. A couple 4,000 level physics. They're not fun. Oof. Oh, I could see that. Oh, shit. I have the X. Okay, that's not Cannon Cove. Is that Lone Cove? No, that's not right. There's not the little water there. It has that little water bump. Not Smugglers. Not Crescent. Actually, I think that's it. It's back where I was. I went one island away. Grabbed that. I should have looked at it. I just picked it up and turned around. And I did not finish unloading. I just kind of was going to start moving. But don't get me wrong, I had fun with the physics. It's just physics got weird. At least you didn't have to sit through a year of Physics 7. Oh, what? Yeah, well, and physics wasn't really ever my jam. Like, the math was interesting, but I'm like, I don't know. I'd rather just... I want to play with electronics, please. Physics for bios, ooh, gross. I'm lucky. I did not have to do OChem. Oh, those people are at the island I need. I was not good at chemistry. I only had to take 1/4 of chem. I got real lucky. One of my favorite classes I had to take was the Ethics of Computer Programming, which, that was a fascinating class. Because the idea was basically like, to teach you that, yes, we've taught you how to program. Yes, we've taught you how to do these things. Don't be a dick. Was basically the idea of the course. Where we would watch things like Terminator. And then after Terminator was over, we'd have to write an essay on where did the computer programmer fuck up? Or, what was another one? Gattaca? And we had to write where did the computer programmer fuck up on Gattaca. So it was really interesting and fun, like, thought exercises, but it was a lot of like, hey guys, we've taught you how to program. Don't write a virus. Don't be that guy. I actually really like chem. OChem was the worst, but still kind of cool. They made this separate series teaching physics completely out of order from how it's taught everywhere else and did it entirely without calculus. Oh, gross. Some amount of calculus is required for all of the biosci majors. Yeah, I had to do... Oh, God, I did 6/4 of math that included calculus and differential equations and so on and so forth. Ugh. Math got really weird at a certain point. When it stopped being real, when the numbers stopped being real, like at a certain point where like you're only doing math with symbols, that's where I'm like, okay, I can do cool stuff with this, but like, oh, it hurts the brain. Where did the programmer fuck up in Terminator right when they cast Arnold Schwarzenegger to be the robot? Yep, 100%. When there's more Greek than Roman, it hurts. Agreed. Yeah, you're going to take the delta of the omega sigma, and then you're going to find the lambda. I'm sorry, what? But I mean, like, it allowed me to do things like calculate voltage, figure out circuit boards. It allowed me to... Like, the math is important, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not saying math isn't important. You asked me to do that today? No. I don't use that math every day. I use a lot of the binary stuff I've learned. Like bases. I had to remember how to do base 4, but I learned that in college. I used base 1, base 2 a lot, base 10 a lot. Base 4 was a little weird. Haven't used that one in a while. So weird. Actually, still tutor up to Calc 3 for various online people. Nice! Yeah, I let my skills get rusty, unfortunately. Normally, I'd have let it go by now. See, that's what I did. I could have tutored or, like, kept up with it, and I didn't. I was lazy. Derivatives and integrals were fine, but since I also did it in high school, but trying to learn physics in roundabout ways just so I could avoid calculus, which all of us had already taken. Why? It's because they were trying to, like, I feel like they were trying to do, like, we don't want to scare off people who are interested in this science but are scared of math. But I don't get that. Oh, was that a ghost ship I was seeing? I thought I saw a, like, actual ship. Oh, yeah, no, I totally did. That's where I need to go. Okay. Oh, let's go fight the ghost ship, then. Yeah, once you realize they're what they're doing and just so do the calculus, it's so much more sense. Oh, yeah, 100%. Like, I'm trying to even think of how to do physics without calculus, and it just, like, hurts my brain. The ball go bouncy, and it slowly loses the motion because, you know, it's hitting the floor and the energy's going away. Now, I can't tell you how much energy went away, but the ball went bouncy, and it lost energy. Sounds like, it honestly feels like physics for dumb, like, and like, don't, like, just, it sounds like they're trying to do physics for people afraid of math, but that's all that physics is math. Kinetics, they have you to remember like 4 formulas depending on the variable you were missing. Yeah. I just want to go get my loot. It's just right there. Well, while we wait. Nope, meant to go in here. Okay, I'm getting closer on that. Ooh, if I can return one more chest, I get a commendation. I'll take that. Come here, Skelly Mans. The worst one was when I took an anthro class for GE and the textbook had an entire paragraph of shit like, okay, take a deep breath. We're going to do math, but it'll be over quickly, leading to some basic algebra, like shit you learn in middle school. Oh, yeah, no. Like, and like, yes, I get it. There are some people that just can't do math. Like, math is just not how their brain works. Like, algebra, like, can be intimidating. And I get that. Oh, I am overshooting. So, like, I'm not going to knock it saying, like, yeah, I understand, but, like, I always loved math. So for me, it was like, yeah. Stop putting holes in me boat. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ah! He shot me. The fact that was in the intro chapter of the college textbook, though. Oh, yeah, no, that's just like, really? Really? We're going with that? Hey, I'm grade 5. I'm amazing. I'm on your boat. I'm stealing your gem. Probably, wow, they actually had a lot of loot on them. And that's the thing I don't understand. It's like, really? Like, why are you scared of math? Like, don't be scared of it. It's not gonna hurt you. Math doesn't bite. It just is annoying. Because it always asks where your ex, what your ex is up to. And that was a terrible pun, and I apologize for that. I don't know about out there, but I live near Atlanta, so there's a massive culture around GA Tech, like the Holy Land practically. Yeah, so we've got a couple of those out here. But like, I think Cal Poly was kind of like that, but yeah, Cal. Berkeley was also another one. It's weird though. There's just a lot of like it didn't really matter though. It's like, what do you use your degree for? Just depending on where you go to college opens some doors. That's all it did. Oh wait, I have a key. I can open this. Junk! All junk I don't need! And like, I picked my school because I picked something that like had a degree I wanted to go to, was a decent school, but also looked like it'd be fun. Because that mattered. I didn't want to just like go to school and like learn. I wanted to make friends, have experiences, get to know myself, live on my own, and not just be not just be doing school constantly. Because I know a lot of people who did that, and I hope they're doing well. I haven't talked to them in a long time. I just wanted the college town vibe. Yeah. And I feel like our school was good for that. Did not get a chance to pick your school? Ah. Wow, okay. Things are... I might not get to this vault, guys. I keep getting attacked by shit. Nah, you're not even a good one, but I'm still gonna kill you. Yeah, but that is a good question. Was it more just kind of like for career choices, like just kind of picks your school for you? Ah, gotcha. Yeah, that I have definitely heard that one. Toned a lot down a lot. Well, that's good. I know a few parents that could still learn that lesson. I'm a very different person than high school. Oh yeah, and so am I. I'm like so different than when I was in high school. I was much fatter in high school too. Like, I grew in college. Woo, that was weird. I grew like 3 inches in college and like finally kind of like stretched out and lost a little bit of my like and like got the right proportions suddenly. Because my weight didn't change all that much. I just kind of like finally had the right body size for my weight. Also, I worked out a ton in college because like the activity I did, oh boy, that was a workout. Oh, that was easy. That was in the marching band. Ooh, boy, you want to talk about a workout? Lug around a drum that's like 40 pounds in front of you. Your core will be great. You can do squats for days. I mean, specifically the way you played. I mean, true. Hey, if you couldn't hear us across the entire campus, you weren't doing it right. Actually, we say after college and into working, I came more into my own, though I'm glad I went to college overall. Yeah! Oh, absolutely, I could. Oh, good, good, good. To be fair, it probably was not the musically the best, but it was a lot of fun. Which I have a bass drum still. It's got a busted head I gotta fix, but I just, I got it when came up here, and I got to play it like once or twice, and then all sorts of shit happened. I'll bust it out again. I gotta work out though. My core is, like, I would not be able to survive long. I remember I had to go to a thing on Mondavi instead of the b-ball game and could hear you guys rallying when we walked outside. Hell yeah! That was my favorite thing, is that, like, you could tell when we were around. We made a lot of noise. In a fun way. Alright, anything else out there? Did I get it all? Nope, there's still a shiny. I saw it. I saw it glint. I will say, I think my favorite, do you want to come to Reapers on Friday? I am not in shape to do that right now. I need to, like, honestly, if I'd hurt myself. If I'm honest. I am not in a like, I am not physically strong enough to do a full gig at this point, and I'd rather, like, not damage myself, because I just need to do a little more exercising than I'm doing currently, and, like, get my arm strength up, because that's the biggest thing I lost during the pandemic. That was the one very noticeable thing, is, like, I'm like, oh, my core and arm strength is not great right now. I need to work on that. So I'm working on that, but it's slow work. It's slow progress. It's just rehearsal, but yeah, that's valid. Yeah. And, like, I'll probably do it again at some point. It's just, like, at this point, I'm going to hurt myself if I just try and jump into it. Ow! Stupid mermaid. I don't think... Ow. I think the mermaid event is later. Stop shooting my boat! Yeah, you don't get anything for killing mermaids. That's a different event. Good day, mermaids! And I'll get back into it. Like, I still like playing music. Like, I've been, as I was saying earlier, I've been playing a lot of piano and having a blast with that. I'm getting my hands back. Like, music is still important to me. Music is still something, that, like, I don't think I'll ever stop having music in my life one way or another. And, like, I would love to bass drum again. Because I had a blast with it. Oh, I just ate raw meat. Guys, apologies. I am going to vomit. Or my character is. My everything is terrible. I swam laps the other day in 3 weeks straight. Though, hopefully I can get another ARC membership in a few weeks and keep that up for longer. Ooh, yeah, nice. Sometimes this game is a wee bit realistic. Okay, those guys are still at the island. I've got it. You know what? I don't have to finish this vault. I'm at grade 5. I got a lot of loot on my boat. I might as well go turn in. Appreciate how quiet the game sound is. It's not meant to be loud. It's mostly meant to be ambient noise in the background as I talk and, like, ramble, and because, like, this game doesn't have really music. I mean, the most music that you have is just, like, me fucking around going, like, playing on my instruments, but that's about it. Barely notice the vomit sound. Yeah, well, it's also very quiet too. It's not like your character's sitting there like blowing like incredibly loudly doing it. It's just kind of like. Ugh. Alright, let's go turn in this loot, and then, yeah. I think I might call it then, just because it's getting late. It's a work day coming up, and to get anything significant, I'd have to either get into PvP, which I'm really not feeling PvP tonight, or I'd have to, like, start a new quest and go start fresh and jump into it again, and I'm kind of not feeling that, either. I got a decent load of loot. And I'm starving. We've been talking about food for like an hour, and I am now starving. Oh my god, yes, go eat food. Oh yeah, no, I will. Oh shit. Are they coming right for me? Go to a different one, please. I called dibs. Break out the garlic bread. Woo! I think it's frozen enchiladas tonight. Because we had some in our freezer, and we have to get rid of food to try and clear out space and stuff like that. So that's what we're doing. Because we have a little chest freezer, but like, it is full at this point. Because everything that was in the main freezer, we tried to put as much as we could in the chest freezer, but it's like pretty much bursting at the seams, and we're trying to eat as much as, like, we got through pretty much all the stuff that was gonna spoil in the main fridge. And now we're trying to get through the rest of it, which is in the chest freezer. God, but if those were those guys, I know where this vault key is, and I could do it just super fast. I could just hammer it out. Yeah, I'll probably hammer it out. I'm having fun. I'm talking and having a good time. And this is the trap, guys. This is 100% the trap. You just want to keep going. Keep hanging out. Keep having a good time. What time is work? 8 a.m. I'm a night owl. I stay up all the time. Though, that's a weird phrase. And you're gonna eat at 11 p.m.? Yeah. I'm a weirdo. Usually I eat beforehand, but just kind of like timing of everybody's work schedule today in the house didn't work out. And like, by the time it was like we were getting around, because we try and also trade off who cooks food and does stuff like that. And by the time like we got around to it, it was like, look, if I delay any longer, I'm not gonna stream. So I wanna try and keep a consistent stream, because like, yeah, this is just a hobby. Yeah, this is for fun, and I have a blast doing this. Don't get me wrong, but you know, the numbers do kind of matter. It's kind of nice to see the numbers go up occasionally. But to do that, you have to be consistent. You have to, like, follow a schedule. You have to actually log on and be online and talk to people and hang out. And if you take breaks, well, you tend to start, you know, people stop coming around. Because it's basically like a hangout. You know, if you stop showing up to the hangout regularly, people will stop showing up to the hangout because you're never there. Or you're... Yeah, well... That might actually be the guys that were at the island I needed. And we'll see if they come to kill me. If I get sunk, I'm going to call it, but... Yeah. And I always like doing projects and working. Like, that's just who I am, and I know I don't relax enough, but like I find projects fun and relaxing, even though like I throw myself wholly at them. But it does mean that I do kind of work on crazy schedules. I do crazy things, like I don't, you know, have weird eating hours or weird sleeping hours, is because I just like to get into things. With the AM and PM, we have very similar habits. Yeah, see, there we go. And like I used to be that person that would like pull all-nighters all the time because I just did my homework better at night. Missed a bunch of streams from everyone lately because my phone just stopped giving me Twitch notifications. I don't know what happened there. Oh, that's a bummer. Well, I used to like to hang out in Beach's streams, but I haven't honestly seen him hang out. Like, he hasn't done it in a long time. His streams were fun to hang out in. Mostly because, like, yeah, they had a lot of people, like, that we knew, personally, IRL, which made it kind of fun to do. But yeah, I haven't seen him stream in a Coon's age. But I get it. It's a chore. Well, not a chore. It's like a side project or a side job. You know, you got to keep up with it. And it's not just streaming. Like that's the sad thing. Like it can be just streaming. And where I fail is on the social media part because I am terrible at social media. I don't know if you've seen that, but I don't post anything on social media. Why? Because I don't ever think I have anything to say to the internet at large. I did a random one like a year ago, but it's been a while since then. Yeah, and I also know, like, I think it's also where he is currently, like, because I think he, like, moved to a different area, like, a different house, and, you know, different roommates, and things along those lines that I think also prevent him from doing it. And that's how life goes. Life changes. I mean, like, the people I streamed on and off for years now, and it was only about, like, 3 years ago that I started, like, really being consistent with it. He's with family and they've moved at least once. Yeah, exactly. So, like, it's hard because, like, then you have to get things set up, especially with family. Like, you don't want to piss off your parents. Streaming and, you know, and for a lot of people, like, they use streaming as like, oh, streaming will be my job when I'm not working. It's like, no, you got to find the job and then stream. Got a new adult job and it sounds like a bit of a commute. Yeah, and I think just life changed on him. Like, and that's okay. Life changes. Life happens. But definitely makes it trickier. Like, yeah, I don't think I'm going to go out again. I'm looking at the time and just like where I'm at, and like it'll take me at least 10 minutes to get out there, dig up the thing, and then 20 to 30 more minutes to even go to the vault, empty it, and then another 20 to unload. I'm not going to wrap up before midnight if I try and do this thing. So we're not. We're going to make sure I got all the loot though. And I'm starving. And all I'm thinking about is food. So all I'm going to talk about is food. if I go out again. But yeah. I mean, like, it's been fun being consistent. Like, it's been fun seeing the community grow. It's been fun chatting with people. Especially, like, you know, Pringles, it's great chatting with you. Tay, it's been nice getting to know you. Like, it's just nice. I enjoy it. I enjoy, like, coming together, talking about video games or random stuff. Just hanging out. I mean, we used to, like, I know we used to do Discord calls and stuff like that, but I don't see anyone doing that anymore, really. It's just, we're all at different points in our life now, and it's how it goes. Alright, I think I got it all except for my thing. There we go. I am slowly making a lot of gold. I'm at 3.8 million gold. I am almost to 4. But I need to get to 8 million for the thing I want to buy, which is just not going to happen for a long time. But anyways, I think that's where I'm going to call it for the night. This has, been a ton of fun. I've had a blast, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do a whole nother, like, wrap-up of the quest I'm on and stuff like that before it just gets too late. But I like this weird kind of socializing where I can just type, but I almost feels like face-to-face to me. Yeah, well, like, again, like, I don't mind having my face out there and just chatting to the world, and it's nice. Like, hook up that hard drive. Yeah, no, I think that's the weekend chore, is hook up the hard drives. But, no, I like this, because I feel like I get to chat with people. I get my social needs out of the way, because I just chat and talk for a long time. And then I get to hang out with people, and it's a blast. But, unfortunately, everyone, it is that time of that night. And that time is bedtime. Also food time. But also, mainly, bedtime. Because I got work in the morning, and y'all gotta do work. See who's online. Good night, nice chatting with you. Yeah, Tay, Pringles, it was wonderful chatting with you both. I had a great time doing it. Ooh. You know what? Domino is online. I don't get to host her all that often because she is on the East Coast. She's doing some Minecraft right now. Go give her some love. Fantastic person. Very nice streamer. Has a great community. Domino being a night owl at the moment. I know. But go check him out. Go say hi. I just got hit by lightning. That's a great way to end the stream. Have a great night.